I always forget that I don't have a intro for this damn one. By the way, Hobo Joe loves you. Triplet number 3. Oh, I love it. Oh, man. It's been a really weird day since yes. I mean, yeah, because, like, I don't know. Howdy, Gen X. Whoops. I gotta do some things. So what's everybody doing? Damn it. Allie, get over to my nether live. I don't even think Allie knows I'm live. Hi, Black Pimpin' Jesus.
Oh, what up?
What's up with you?
I need a Jesus picture.
You do. I can get you a Black Pimpin' Jesus picture.
Okay.
I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out.
Okay. You're not an echo?
I'm not an echo.
Ah.
Not an echo chamber.
Oh. That's good.
Yes. Oops.
Savage is like, I got some Jesus pictures for you.
That's right, she does. I did give her a ton of them.
But does she have black Jesus pictures?
She might.
What's up, Hobo Joe?
What's up, Black Pimpin' Jesus? Did you say you're looking for Black Jesus pictures?
Yes.
They exist. I remember on Good. Remember on Good.
So.
Oh, you don't remember Good Times, huh?
Huh?
Good. You don't remember. You're probably too young for the show Good Times. Well, because it wasn't even really my generation either. But I remember JJ was into painting, and he painted Black Jesus, and his mom got really mad at him.
I remember that.
Remember that? Remember the episode? Yes. That was a good episode.
I do remember that. That's
And little Janet Jackson played the neighbor's kid.
Oh yeah, no, I don't.
You know what I'm talking about now, huh?
I think I remember the show, like my parents probably watching it.
Right.
But nothing like I sat down and watched.
Good Times. That was a great show.
I'm still trying to figure out what the hell that dude was talking about.
Right? I mean, it was a powerful statement. It was just a little confusing. I mean, it was about, females not talking is kind of what I gathered from it. Like,
I think. I was like, why does my streamer look so tiny? But that's because yesterday I had it on my big screen over here. And so I just moved it so I could make everybody giant.
Okay, cool.
I don't have the AP. Do I? Hold on, let me look. I don't have the APC over here. I got to add that overlay.
Oh, shit.
What happened?
There's a humongous spider over here doing a spider web. Hold on, I got his shoes.
Okay.
The APC.
She said, hold on.
Taters.
And guess what?
It's Paige's fault. Says the crystal ball.
That's right.
Oh, ladies.
So am I going to need to jump off at any time?
I mean, this is Cappy's day.
Oh, it is Cappy's day. Yeah. And Cappy likes to burn.
It likes to burn.
Burn, Gabby, burn.
I like to burn shit up. I'm glad we are over here on I'm So Confused. I feel like it could, the flames could burn way crazier, bigger over here.
We can throw gasoline on it. Yep.
We could get out the Molotov cocktails and everything. Go ape shit. Go crazy. Full throttle. It's all over.
Full throttle.
We're done. Mm. Oh Lord, let me know when I can start. If you got anything,
Oh, I will jump down.
Nothing.
you want to jump down? All right,
Yeah, you have fun.
I will.
Have
Thank you.
fun.
Thank you, Ella. I
You're
will.
welcome.
Well, can you hear me good?
Yes.
Let me start off with that. Okay, because I got the fan on, but I got my headphones on the laptop, so I just gotta make sure.
Prepared.
Okay, I'd like to start off with.
Oh, hold on.
Okay.
What are we holding for?
Let me make sure I'm safe. Okay, go ahead.
I forgot about the timer already. I'm like, what does she mean?
What is she doing? Okay. Let me give me 1 second. Okay. I'm back. Okay, so let me start off with this. I want to start off with Queen Bee. And get that part out of the way, and then we will get down to business, because she's very much not a part of the court documents or any of that shit. She was nice enough to allow me as her best friend, me and Ellie Jo as her closest friends, to get up on her panel and have an open discussion about this court case. And if you would have fucking paid attention, you would have realized that she still very much supports Kelly and says a lot of the same things that you guys are saying over there. But instead, you wanted to play with your little bullshit divisive tactics and try to put some shame on her for being my friend, Allie's friend, and Paige's friend, and try to make her feel bad about it, and try to cause put some kind of wedge between us. But that's not going to work. Don't worry. But I'm just putting it out there that, like, I don't know why the fuck you're going after her at all. She hasn't mentioned shit about you, Callie. She hasn't fucking said anything besides fucking joked about the bird hacker, and that's all the fuck she did.
Oh, that's what the bird thing was about?
But no, that was when she was talking about the wings. I'm not really sure it was a part of
I don't
process.
think we talked
Something.
about. I mean, there's like big buildings that have wings. Like, I knew that. I don't know what the fuck.
Right, I don't know what she's talking about half the time anyway. But okay, so that part right there, like, I just wanted to say that, and I'm not even gonna fucking get into the half-truths you told about her today, because you told them about all of us. Full-on fucking lies and half-truths. So now I'm going to move on. Just remember, you know what I mean? Like, you support Kelly, Queen Bee supports Kelly, and you're going to bash the fuck out of her for no fucking reason other than being my fucking friend and Allie's fucking friend and Paige's fucking friend. Anyways, that's pretty dirty. Just remember that. So let's move on to the...
Nana, are you safe?
You safe, Nana?
Yeah. My husband's out here. Oh, see the
Maybe
web
not,
going
not.
down that way? See it? I don't know if he's at the bottom. My husband came out. He's spraying it. Yeah, I don't do spiders, guys.
I don't do spiders either, Nana. I don't. Ugh, no. There's a big one outside my mom's window of her apartment, too. And my mom always has, like, all the windows open like a fishbowl in her apartment. And she straight up closes the windows. She's like, nope. Not even going to risk it.
I think it's gone. Oh, John.
No!
Right there.
No, I seriously could feel it crawling on me when you screamed. I'm not even playing, dude.
Oh.
I'm terrified of spiders.
Oh.
No thanks. No thanks.
Okay. Well, I am outside, but still. Yeah, you don't need. Okay, I'm safe. He got it. It came. I seen the web. You know how they'll do that? Just drop down. I was looking, and then he took his ass back up. And when he did, man, I nabbed. Grampy got him. He got him. No, he's moving still, John.
Wow, this is intense.
Is he gonna? He don't act like he's very sick. That that SOB's still up there moving, man. He's a mean piter. Okay, I think I'm safe unless he drops a web down this way, which case would be bad.
Is he Spider-Man? Like, does he have like
He's
super
a big
web?
spider. I mean, he just all of a sudden he just down my eye level. I'm having to like bend my neck to see where he is up on that ledge on my patio cover. Oh, the girls know there's a spider.
He's an MS spider.
He's a what?
MS.
MS?
Monster spider.
He's a monster spider, my hubby said. He's a MS
I
spider.
heard it.
I think he crawled in the corner up there to die, hopefully.
Yeah,
Okay.
those things-
All right, I think I'm okay. Go ahead, Kathy.
Okay. So I, wanted to address the part about Queen Bee right away and get that out of the way because that's bullshit that you're even addressing her. And I know what you're doing by doing that. You're trying to put wedges into friendships and create conflict and division. Okay. So now we're going to move on to the part where you say, I need to stop speaking on the long court case, or if I don't want mine read through, or if I don't want my friends read through.
Did she said that?
Oh, yeah.
You
Oh, she
were.
100% said that.
That you need to stop speaking on the long. So she's blackmailing you?
She said, I can't quote her directly. She said something to the effect of, if you don't want your business out there, then you keep your nose and mind your own business or some shit. Plus she, and she's all upset, okay, because I said cavity search, which that's what we call it here when you look up someone's asshole and you search someone's asshole and you search someone's vagina. When you search someone's privates, we call it a fucking cavity search.
Yeah.
So,
I've heard that term.
and you're the one, Callie, who said they make you turn around 3 times. I didn't say that. You fucking said it. Okay? I will take accountability for me being wrong about the fucking x-ray device and the glass toilet. I had no idea that those things existed. I'm from the United States. I also have friends that are incarcerated and I've never heard of it. I've been incarcerated myself, never heard of it. Most of the I'm thinking all 50 states still does the squat and cough. I'm not 100% sure, but it was lighthearted joking shit. Okay, Callie? No one was trying to fucking say anything about what you research and what you study, but you run around here, like I said, telling lies and half-truths, and that's why no one took it seriously. At first, I was like, gosh, this sounds like it would be a really good invention. So I went to go start looking at it. And then you said glass toilet and I started laughing. I couldn't help it. It sounded silly. It sounded funny. And when I went to go look it up, all I could find was the UK outlaws cavity searches. That's all I could fucking find. And that they did squats. And that was it. So then, back to the my court case and everybody else's court cases and the court cases that the true crime community reviews. When you're getting court documents from another fellow creator and you're doing it for petty bullshit, it's not educational purposes. No matter how many times you say it, it doesn't make it true. And believe me,
I'm going to say when you go after a creator that doesn't have their real birth name out there and then try to show their real life examples, that's doxing. If you were a public figure like Michael and all these people have become, whether it was their intention to or not, that'd be different. But you are under not your public name. So it's not okay.
no.
I don't even know Cappy's government name, and I'm Cappy's friend.
Right. It's Cappy. I mean, my mom named me Capistrano. Mr. and Mrs. Cappy.
Yeah.
Continue.
See, Capone's my real last name. That's what I've been going. But I just said, fuck it, I'll dox myself. Big deal.
Yeah, come on.
Anyways, it's just she really turned something into nothing and got real ugly about it. And it was really unfortunate to see some of the support she's getting in the chat. And believe me, honey, I don't care if I have a whole bunch of friends. I'm going to speak my mind and stand by what I say. I'm not going to fall into line and, I'm going to say this and say that. When I'm questioning things, like it doesn't make any sense. And I have been very transparent about my record and my recovery and my fucking past history. And I have never come up here once shaming Kelly or Jake for the situation they're in. I'm simply fucking discussing a fucking court case, which was brought to us, via a viral video.
And the mother was put on a pedestal.
Yeah.
And we all felt she was on that. I mean, we that's what people, just because we're reading into it and looking into it, and it's like, I never in a million years thought I'd ever agree with the glare, but, he said it before I fell asleep last night. Well, no, I was watching it today. And to hear him say, all of us used to 100% disagree with him. It's pretty scary when we agree with him. But the bottom line is, we all agree this is the closest we've ever come to Kelly's side of it, which is a deposition. What is wrong with reading the deposition? It's the truth out of her mouth. But we're horrible because we looked into it. Okay. Or, I forgot, I'm a bully. I mean, she didn't say it, but her chat does. I'm a bully and a bad mother. So it's amazing all the ugly things people say just because we're not 1000% on the side of a parent. It's just absolutely, it's just asinine. Sorry, Cappy.
Oh, sorry, I had to go because Mr. Cappy called me for like 1 second. But it's absolutely ridiculous. And the way she was just going on and on, like I wasn't trying to make up things and put words in her mouth. That's what it's called in the United States. It's a cavity search when you're searching someone's, private orifices. And I thought she said the glass toilet is put in place in case it bleeds. And I still can't understand what she said. She said in case it leaks or seeps or something like that. But I can tell by the way she's presenting herself that she has some people in her ear. I'm not fucking stupid. And I saw y'all in the chat like, oh, you never address us. Oh, okay. Sure, buddy. Sure. You might not address us in public too often, but where you do.
Why all the mudslinging against people just because? I don't get it. I don't get the I don't get the ugliness. I still don't get it.
Well, and see, the thing is that like in one of the video clips she made, she said she called me and Queen Bee pussy ass bitches because we take our live streams down. For one thing, I haven't went live in months. And my last time I went live, it's still up. Queen Bee takes all of hers down. She doesn't cherry pick which one she takes down, right?
Right.
Who's the pussy ass bitch? Who can't handle a little back and forth? Who can't handle a little bit of discussion or calling out without going back to doxing? Huh? Classic Cali bullshit. Who's the pussy bitch? That's you, Callie.
Hi, Buttercup.
Hi, Buttercup.
Hi, Buttercup. Sorry, I'm pretty mad. I'm not that mad. I'm just irritated. I'm irritated. You know what? I think that I think I expect too much out of the community to be mindful and objective and fact check, but none of them do. No, none of them.
Nope, it's an echo chamber.
And I tried to look it up, but I didn't find anything. I guess I'm just not this awesome researcher like Callie is. I'm so happy and so fortunate that she was able to, school me on fucking cavity searches in the UK. I'm
See, it's
really
like this.
happy.
This is the echo chamber, right? And that's them. And then we're out here going, do they know we're here? Oh, they do when we say something.
By the way, I really, really like that thumbnail and the title and the description.
Thank you.
Really, really good. Because
Very
it's bullshit. Like, you can't lean on people to silence them. You can't lean on people and threaten them to drop their private information, which it might be public record, but
Nobody knows your name. So
yeah, no one knows our names. So that's bullshit. That's not what I choose to share with you. I've been very transparent, like I said, about my criminal record, my recovery, and all the stupid, crazy fuck shit I've done in my life. And I judge no one, unless you have sex crimes. Then I'll be judging you. But other than that, all the other bullshit, like, no, I have no place to judge, and I don't judge. Excuse me for treating this like any other fucking case.
That's exactly what I was going to say. She chose to join this true crime community. She made a channel and she put up videos of, Sophie singing a song to her grandpa and, all this other stuff that she found on Michael and on Kelly and on Sophie. And she joined this true crime community where we look at court documents and we try to figure out what's going on, what's the truth here, what happened. That's kind of what the true crime community does. And if she doesn't like that, because she says none of you have a right to read court documents, well, if you don't like it, that's the community and that's where you are. Like, that's what we're doing here. We're trying to figure out what the truth is based on the actual court documents.
But they like to cherry pick through everything that they present.
No, apparently that's what I do. That's what I was, told today.
Well, and Allie, I'm not sure if you've heard. I think I told you earlier that they're using like my criminal record and other people that they think they have their docs as criminal record or whatever's happened in their past, other court documents, right, that belong to other creators here. And using that and trying to package it and present it like it's educational purposes, which behind the scenes who says that educational purpose. Yeah, Anyways, so they're trying to, like get the chat going and like, what? There's no difference. Kelly's court documents or Cappy's court documents, no difference. No, there's a fucking difference. You're doing it out of petty meanness. You're trying to silence
put
me.
all over YouTube.
No, it wasn't. And you know what? Kelly's was, unfortunately. And I still feel bad for her about that. But it was. And you know what? I'm not going through Kelly and Michael's court paperwork for petty, mean reasons. I'm not trying to silence anybody with fucking Kelly and Michael's fucking court documents either, like you are. Hold on a second.
Nor are we on panel telling lies about what we have or haven't read about somebody. I know that what I'm reading is about Kelly or about Michael, the people involved in this case. She's reading stuff that she thinks is me, and it's not. And then going on these tangents about how, number one, I've never had CPS involved in my life ever. I've never gotten my kids taken away ever. I've never even talked to anybody from CPS ever in my life other than through work, but never for personal reasons. I've never gotten my license taken away. All this stuff that she's saying is lies. So there's a huge difference. Is she's on panel stating lies about people's court cases. We're not doing the same with Kelly's or Mike's. We're telling the truth about them. So that's a huge difference right there.
Well, and she even said that I had my children taken from me because I was a drug addict, which I've never used drugs.
Yeah,
I
same.
mean, never.
I
So,
mean, it's just the lies that pour out of this person about somebody else. It's insane. That's like Katie Joy stuff. Like
yeah.
maybe that's because that's her idol. I don't know, but it's just crazy.
Well, you know, Finding Hope just made a very good, just put a good question. Didn't they used to complain about the glare trying to control who talked about this case?
Yes, they did.
Mm-hmm.
Because the glare, well, I remember Annie and Josh actually called a ceasefire. They said, this point on, nobody else talk about this case. I'm vowing not to talk about it. Everybody else should do the same, da 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 da. And all of them were like, no, bullshit. They're not going to tell us to stop talking about it. And she continued to go live, continued to make videos, continued to talk about it. So it's just the hypocrisy is insane. We are allowed to sit over here and give our critique about somebody. If they don't like it, don't listen. If you don't like what we're saying about you and what opinions that we have, or us defending what you're saying because it's lies, then don't listen. Simple as that. Don't listen. But never once have we sat up here and went over any court documents where we're lying on any of them.
No.
Whoa, someone's a robot. Is it me?
No, is it me?
Yeah, it's you.
Oh, all right. I'll be back.
Well, Allie Joe left too.
Are you the only one, Nana?
Yeah, I guess they said they'd be right back. But what they were making very, you know, the point. I mean, it's like I think, God, it was what, a couple months ago when she said that I had lost all of my children due to my drug addiction, and I was so angry because, wow, I mean, and I shouldn't, you know, it shouldn't have even bothered me, but I guess it just went up my backside because, you know, I value human life. I value children's and their safety so much. And yeah, I was like, damn. And for those of you that want to bash my parenting or try to say something because my daughter is an addict, I you know what, say what you want, but I really wish that you would use the word recovering addict. My daughter is a recovering addict. She is in recovery, and she worked very hard for that. And my daughter, by the way, suffers from PTSD from the violence that she experienced seeing in our home. So for those of you that say that you don't pick on people, back it up. Just back it up.
I'm about sick of them talking about Nana's daughter every time they're trying to trigger Nana. Like, that's some... Yeah, you guys aren't mean girls? You guys aren't ugly? Are you fucking serious?
Oh, they're the worst.
Like, give me a break. And I'd like to say this, too. It seemed to be a pretty big distraction today. It's funny that the glass toilet and the cavity search was most of the focus. However, I made 2 community tab posts, not just one. I made one regarding Allie Joe coming up on panel.
I thought I came up on your panel. I thought you saw my face. I thought I turned my camera on. I was waiting for you to show that. I wanted to see my face. Why didn't you show my face when I came up on your panel? And I turned my camera on and you saw it.
And I was waiting for you to address that tonight, and I didn't hear much about it.
You know what else she said? She said, I don't really care about the urine thing. It wasn't a big deal. They can say whatever, but this thing about my brother. And then she went on for an hour about the pee thing.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Because no one mentioned her brother.
In her specific case, the holding the urine and all that, I'm like, you know, I got to say, guys, really, in this day and age, we've been talking about a UTI for over a flipping week. Are y'all serious? I mean,
Right.
really. And Allison, thank you very much. My daughter celebrates 4 years of sobriety in a couple of weeks, so I'm
Nice.
extremely proud of her.
I am too.
Extremely.
I am very proud of her.
And like I say, I mean, my daughter is an addict. I absolutely. But I just ask that you use the term correctly and say recovering addict because there is a difference. And I pray for those that are actively using, just so you know, that is a horrible life and it's not one to poke fun at. And I'm sorry, but I thought that, didn't I hear a statement where she was having sympathetic feelings for addicts and didn't like when people tease about them?
You heard that right, Nona.
Yeah.
You did.
But you know
So,
what's weird about that is that she used to tell me that was the one thing she hated the most about people were addicts, even though her brother was an addict. She said that's the one thing she doesn't tolerate. So I don't know. It depends on the day, I guess.
and just to be clear, no, I do not watch her. I catch bits and pieces and then I hear stuff because I just can't. I just can't.
I think this is the first live of hers I've watched all the way through in, I don't know, months.
I couldn't because
Right.
I mean, her graphic detail of her knowledge of the UK and the glass toilet and stuff, and
Last toilet.
I mean, we're not going to go and search it with the correct terminology because obviously we don't live in the UK.
Right.
So, I mean, I was looking. I mean, hell, I just read an article where somebody said, oh, somebody got out of jail after holding it for, was it 40 days? I mean, if you Google that, it was really interesting.
I did see that.
Wait, holding what?
So they
Their
didn't
stool.
poop.
So they
And then
couldn't
they got
What?
out. Yeah, they lasted. You can Google it because they weren't
Yes,
going to go
it
to the
happened like a
bathroom in
couple
the
years
UK.
ago.
Yeah.
It was
Oh
called
my
Poop Gate or
God.
some shit. Yeah, hold on, I'll pull it up while you guys are talking.
Can't that cause like a massive like bacterial
Yes.
infection or
Oh
blood
my
and
God,
like blood
yes.
poisoning or something terrible?
My God,
Bowel
yes,
obstruction, a
absolutely.
lot of
Yeah.
things.
Oh my God.
But they probably
I-
also didn't eat much, but
Irish's
Well-
wife, thank you for that. Yeah, I knew it was recovering addicts or recovery addicts, or I'm very very active with that. I go to NA meetings at times with my daughter, and I love learning from the people in recovery. Punky, you're a sweetheart. Sorry. And it's okay, Punky. It's okay. I'm very proud of my daughter. So, like I say, as long as they remember to say she's a recovering addict, just so they get the terminology right, since that we get butchered for our terminology being wrong. She owns it. She did it, and she is very honest about it. So that's one thing about most people in recovery is they are honest. They own what they did, which is a lot more than I can say for some. I'll shut up now.
Like I make a choice, like, and social media is a totally different ball game as far as like sharing with people about your recovery or not. I choose to, you know what I mean? Like and it's like if you think somebody was an addict once in their life, whether they are or they aren't, it's not like your place to decide that they need to fucking talk about it.
Oh, absolutely not.
And that pisses me off too. And I was going to say something else and I lost my thought. Naturally, I'll think of it in a minute. But
so Lamar Chambers allegedly swallowed a drug stash, but Essex police were forced to release him after he refused to go to the loo. So 47-day standoff. It says that on January 17th, he was arrested in Harlow on January 17th and spent 47 days in custody, refusing to go to the toilet. The police, frustrated by the lack of movement in the case, no pun intended, and in the suspect, were forced to release him on medical and legal advice. Despite failing to deliver the goods, the 24-year-old was released from custody on March 5th. Chambers had daily visits from doctors, was under constant surveillance, and was routinely given food and water. He denied medical treatment and opportunities to visit the hospital. The Crown Prosecution Service have discontinued the charges against Mr. Chambers in relation to the possession with intent to supply a Class A drug and driving matters. However, Chambers was subsequently rearrested by Essex police on suspicion of being concerned in the supply of a Class A drug. He has been released on bail and was taken in a police car in the company of a medical professional to the hospital for treatment. Police had applied for custody extensions at 7 court hearings as they waited for Chambers from Brixton and South London to go for a poo.
That's just so amazing to me that they do
So,
that. I mean,
Did they put him on the glass toilet and they saw it and they just couldn't get it out?
I don't know. I don't know how any of that worked. That was 2018. I have no idea.
I didn't even know they had such a thing. It would be good if they could use it for good to tell if you have cancers and stuff, since it can see everything.
It's kind of crazy, right?
Yeah. I'm gonna really check out. I mean, and just the novelty of the differences in the countries and stuff. I mean, to be able to poke fun and that's all you were doing. I didn't see it as being ugly. It was just, sometimes there's things said that you can really poke fun at. Well, poking fun and being facetiously ugly are way different.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Yeah, me laughing about a glass toilet and okay, I made a mistake.
Yeah,
she was right.
How fragile do you have to be that upset?
Right.
We were joking around anyway. It wasn't
right.
We were sitting there saying anything other than what we normally say. So it wasn't like we were disparaging her family or anybody.
No.
And I didn't hear anybody say that they were experts on the loos over in the UK.
No. And okay, so we laugh and we giggle about this glass toilet and this cavity search seat and all this stuff. We're joking, ha ha, he he. And in response, it's like this. It's like, Cappy, you and your husband have lengthy criminal records, huh? Have you ever lived in any other state that I need to check besides LA County? And, Allie Joe and her husband, I have both their criminal documents too. Queen Bee and her man too. And just really? That's what that calls for?
But you know what it did sound like? When she was talking about CPS and domestic violence, she goes, the only one that hasn't had CPS or domestic violence in their life is the only one that doesn't have kids. So I was like,
yeah,
that I have to have kids. If I have kids, then I would be in domestic violence and with CPS. Well, fuck, I don't want either then.
Oh, no.
I could escape that.
She said that it was my understanding. I don't want to quote her directly because she kind of meshes all her sentences together. But I was okay because she went live West Coast time around dinner time. I'm getting stuff ready and I'm trying to get stuff together. I'm at Walmart and I got my earbud in and I'm listening. And it sounded like she said that you had a domestic violence case. But then she went on to say something about one of us, and so it all meshed together, and so it wasn't clear to me if she was trying to say something about you or us regarding that.
No. She was saying that I'm the only one that hasn't, or CPS, but that's because, but the way she said it made it sound it was because I don't have children, and I was like, well, if that's what children get you, I'm fucking glad. That's just crazy. But
even if you did, fuck that.
But here's the thing. I want to say this. It is not normal to call your police on your spouse, whether they be a boyfriend or whatever, partner. I don't care. Whoever that person is in your life, it is not normal for anyone to do that. So quit normalizing domestic violence. It is not normal.
Well,
wait. Sorry. Triplet 3. I swear when I was a kid, I heard that the girl in Poltergeist movie died because she didn't poop. That is the truth. It had something to do with that area. And
malabsorption or something. I don't
yeah.
It was toxic shock syndrome,
yes.
I heard.
Yeah. Yes.
I gotta look it up. Allie keeps trying to come up here and she gets kicked off, but
and she ended up having renal failure because of it, I think.
Yes. And she was a young girl.
Yeah, man, that was so fucked up.
I'm sorry. I just had to say that because, I will forget what I was going to say. I do it all the time. So,
Congenital stenosis of the intestine causing septic. So she had a genetic. Wait, is congenital genetic? I think it is. Where's Allie? She fucking left.
Cash's mama said it was a rare disorder.
Yeah,
Yeah. But it was because of that.
it's congenital stenosis. So it was basically narrowing of the intestine, and congenital, I think, means genetic. So I'd have to double check. But anyway, that's it. Anyway, back to what we were saying. Yeah. So, like, I want people to stop normalizing domestic violence by saying that that's what happens in relationships. Does that mean that there could be one or two times in someone's life that it does happen? Does it mean they're bad people? No. Does it mean that people that have been in domestic violence relationships or in situations are bad people? No. What it means is that it happens. And she's right. It is very common. It does not have any kind of bias. It affects all, all genders, all races, all economic status. It doesn't matter. So, but don't normalize it. Make it like, oh, so what if the cops were called 9 times? Like, seriously? If the cops
That's a
are called
problem.
9 times, that's an issue.
Yeah, that's a
And domestic
problem.
violence includes verbal abuse, mental abuse. It does not matter if it wasn't physical. It's still violence. It is still a violent act to the psyche and someone's mental stability. And I was doing research today because she said some people, make it through. And there are no actual statistics to prove that. And they state that majority of people in domestic violence situations, the abuser very rarely gets better, and it takes years and intense therapy, and they usually come from homes of domestic violence. So you want to keep the cycle going, stay in the relationship. I don't know, because he only went to, let's say we'll even give him 8 months of therapy. I guarantee you he didn't fix his problem.
No, and the thing about your abuser is
Everybody's mad at
at
me
least
now.
at least my abuser would, like, when you finally had enough, when they could tell that you finally had enough and you were going to just flip and leave, then they poured out the story of how they're going to change and how sorry they are. And then you stay because you don't want a broken family because you grew up in one.
Right.
And then it's good for just a little while. And then the meanness and the abuse is 10 times worse than it was before. And believe it or not, you lose a little bit of your soul every day that you're with that person. When you finally, if you do leave them, you have to learn who you are all over again because it's lost. Who you were is no longer who you are.
And you know what's interesting is I was more on the like, and I hate saying that I was on any side because I've always been like, I just want to know what's the truth, but we didn't have any other information. So, but I always was more like leaning towards the Kelly side and saying that, that I believe that, she's staying quiet because she doesn't want to create more drama for her children, blah, 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 blah. I was going with that narrative. But when Chrissy's played the 911 calls, I, was one of the people in the chat arguing with Lisa that this is absolutely domestic violence. I do not care what she wants to call it, what Kelly wants to label it. It's not like, being straight, gay, or whatever. And all of a sudden you just get to say, well, I identify as somebody who's not being domestically abused because I don't think it's domestic violence. It's domestic violence. So, I at that point also said that. So I just, that was never something I changed my mind on.
And prior to Lisa saying that it was not DV and telling us all that it was just her going through postpartum, I was the one that was in Chrissy's channel begging her to stop. And I was even putting in there, I used to be the woman in the closet, you know, except I was too afraid to call. And the fear of her playing those. I mean, they sounded like domestic. They sounded like DV to me from what I was hearing. It put me back in a really bad spot in my brain, because you get, I mean, that fear has been gone now for 30 years. So I was very, very upset, and I was begging her to quit. I mean, to me, it sounded like DV. And my point that I was trying to make is, you put all these out, you put these 911 calls out like that. The women that are already not calling because they're afraid, but yet they reach for that phone and they think they're going to call today. Today's going to be the call. They're going to think 10 times harder about not, because, oh my God, you mean this could go viral one day? That's how I was taking it. So, I mean, I definitely heard it as that.
Do you know that domestic violence, when I was reading today, I was trying to look up all the statistics, because, I always like to remind myself what's out there. But there was something I caught, and I didn't read it, but I just thought about it again, so I'm going to go look. That domestic abusers are now doing so like online through social media, which is interesting.
Wow, no, I didn't know that. Buttercup says she's putting her life back together, trying to find herself. It is. I mean, people don't understand that when you leave that situation, you have to find yourself again.
Yep.
Because you do lose yourself. So I'm so sorry, but I'm glad that you're getting better, Buttercup. I love to you. It's rough.
It's not that I feel like Kelly's not fighting for SL, but I do feel like that her concern is more towards Jake than it is her children. I also feel that she does not have, I don't know if she has the instinct to be a mother. And I know that's going to sound so horrible, and I just blew up the fucking world. But when I'm not a parent, but I helped raise my 2 godchildren. So even though I may not have actually birthed a child, does not mean that I haven't experienced what it is to like love unconditionally a child. So I and I don't talk about it that much because it's no one's business. But if any one of those children absolutely like got hurt or came to me with pain that was bothersome or seemed unreal, like I feel like I have a rod in my thing, I would be more concerned. I definitely would be trying to get an appointment scheduled. If the child said they were hurt after being in an accident in a go-kart, I definitely would have probably took them to the hospital that night. If the child said they can move their hand and whatever, maybe it would be the next morning. And I do want to clarify something. I did relook at the information, and she did take the child the next day, but it was like to the hospital on Sunday. But it was, I think, after they went home, not, at Jake's house. So, but I don't know what the deal with his hands. I know that he wasn't using that hand in that video. So, but still, I feel like her concern is different, because she also made a point of telling the children to say that the reason they're sad is because they got caught stealing, not because the child injured himself in an accident at Jake's house.
So they were told to lie?
Yes.
And say they were stealing something.
Yeah, I don't know if they actually were caught stealing something, but the point is that that's why they were told to lie. They were told to tell him and not about the injury, because I don't think she thought it was that severe. And they went to the hospital on Sunday, but she did not. And she talked to her attorney and everyone else before she called Michael.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm going to say part of my problem in the deposition was, and I haven't seen it or wherever it was, where she named whatever disease SL is supposed to have had she had that disease, okay, and knows that she is prone to those type of infections, um, there's two things. One is, had she informed Michael Long of that, there would not have been all these visits to the ER. I don't believe, because he would have
Right.
had an answer. And also, if it's a situation that you're going to have numerous of these things come up, many of your pediatricians and whatnot would be sure that you had medication at the pharmacy with refills on it. So you're going to know the complaint, the signs, the what, and immediately start whatever preventative or to get well treatment that the doctor had come up with. So I'm struggling a whole lot with, how could you say she's got this, never tell Michael Long, and then, oh yeah, I heard she had a UTI. I mean, I don't get that. I don't understand that. As a parent, I don't understand that. As a
Right.
parent, I can tell you certain things that my children were allergic to, things that happened to them, and they're in their 30s. Matter of fact, one of them is almost 40. So I still have those memories. And I don't see where it would behoove anyone, when you're in a custody battle, to get up on the stand and pretend or say you don't recall, when it's something to do with something you should know so much about, which is your child's health. That's, and for me to say that, if that makes me a monster in their eyes, then so be it. I can say that as 100% how I would feel as a mom.
I mean, Savage, he wasn't involved a long time, but I mean, you're talking about in 2016. This was 2021. He's been involved since 2017 or 2000. Yeah, 2000, since the beginning of 2017. So he's been involved for 4 years. And he was ordered. And I don't know if you were around when I read the injunction. Oh no, you were. I think you fell asleep, but you might have went back and saw the live. But yeah, I mean, there was orders, two different orders that's clearly stated what she should have not done when it came to him. And I just feel like every time they every time there's an issue, she calls her attorney first before ever talking to him. How involved? I don't know. You'd have to look at the custody agreement. He was involved seeing the kids
every other weekend. I mean,
every other weekend until they moved to till she moved to the Dallas area, and then it was once a month.
But even so, if you're going to send your child and the parents taking them to the doctor over and over, and it's irritation in that area, don't you think that you would disclose they had that?
Yeah, I'm talking about the injury to the hand more than the other thing. She didn't take her to the doctor at that time. Only so when you're talking about the rod thing.
Right. I'm not, Savage, I'm not saying it because it co-parenting with a narcissist. I'm saying it because I'm talking about her medical issue that she has that could flare up at any time, should have been disclosed to the father.
Oh yeah. I see what you're saying. Yeah. I mean, I get what Savage is saying, and she's coming from personal experience, but that's what I'm trying to do, is not look at because if I compare, my family to, like, my dad was nuts, so, super crazy. But, even so, it's still his children, and he still wants to know. And it was court there. She's told, I mean, in the custody agreements, it's always been advised that he's got dual custody. It's just visitation is different because it was never like, there wasn't, like, he still had his rights. He still had custody. It wasn't like it was, she had full custody and he had no custody. I have to go back and look at what the last custody order was before this whole circus.
I don't know. Even narcissists can know the health of their child. I'll be right back.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, but I also know that just because it's from personal experience, Savage, doesn't mean that it's the right thing to do. Just because that someone has been dealing with a narcissist doesn't mean that it's the right thing to withhold information about their children from them. My father was not only a narcissist, he had Munchausen's, he was bipolar, and my mom never withheld information about what happened to me and my brother from him. You know, and like, did it always work out the way she wanted it to? Probably not, but neither of my parents did that. I just don't think that that's, to me personally, I feel like everyone deserves to know, unless they're the types of people that are, you know, don't want to have anything to do with their children at all. They're not fighting for custody.
And not everyone's personal experience of dealing with a narcissist or an abuser is going to be the same.
That's true too. I don't know what the hell just happened.
Sorry, guys. My children that I don't have custody of kept summonsing me. Sorry. And, you know, probably, and my you know, criminal husband too. Yeah.
Is your
Just me,
criminal
you know.
husband not in prison right now? I mean,
You know,
Is
he's
he-
on
is
the
he
run.
home?
He's a parolee at large, actually.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. Good to know. Good to know.
She didn't say that. I'm just sharing that information with you guys to try to, you know, be transparent.
We
So.
appreciate that knowledge.
Oh, Will's live playing clips of my live.
You like that? You see that shit?
That's awesome.
I think it's funny though. He probably doesn't know you're live over here.
No, he doesn't. No, I'm not very. I don't think he knows this shit.
I made one of my best memes this morning, I think.
Oh my god, the one you made for Savage.
Yes, because I hit her up right away this morning. I'm like, hey, what's up, girl? I'm like, by any chance, did you have, you know, dreams/nightmares of Will last night? And she's like, no, but I woke up and I was thinking about wine for some reason, and that's what inspired the. It was funny as fuck. It was hilarious.
Buttercup, who are you asking if they use the past against them? I mean, they've said some pretty crappy things to me just from disclosing truths of what I've lived through and trying to help others. So, and Cappy, yeah, she's trying to pull up her record.
I mean, if she can embellish, so can I.
Right.
My husband could be a parolee at large in my pretend world, like, because, you know, obviously that's what they want to hear. I'm really joking, by the way. My husband's not a parolee at large. I actually just thought about it. I'm like, wait a minute. Maybe I should let everybody. Disclaimer, these are jokes.
Right, right. Irish's wife just made a really good statement. My divorce decree states I make all medical decisions for my kids because my ex is clueless. I still fill him in on medical changes so that he knows when he has our kid, just in case. Best for my kid. That's what I'm trying to say. Thank you for putting it into a much better description than I was able to say.
I don't know what I'm walked into over here, but he's like playing himself on camera, but it's all blurry. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah,
You watching Swill?
I just went over there to see what was going on.
Oh my God.
he's pretty happy with his panel time last night, I think.
I haven't finished watching
My mom, whenever my dad was able to be found, would fill him in on everything that I was doing.
Yeah.
That's the only discussions they had. And when he couldn't be found, she would reach out to her ex-mother-in-law, like if something was going on with me. Because I would always visit my paternal grandparents. So he was a total drifter, kind of transient for a long time. But I remember even into when I was an adult, my mom called down at their house because he always like stayed with his mom. He had his own place sometimes, but it was usually like a roommate situation. But anyways, like she called down there to let them know that I got the blood when I had blood clots in my lungs when I was 23.
Mm-hmm.
But she conveniently left out how I got arrested 4 days prior to that. And how it was kind of all like a clusterfuck together, and we think it was caused by the cop's boot in my back. And like, so he was super pissed about that. Like, he was really mad. And my mom was like, well, just to be fair, like, I don't know your number. I mean, you don't, because he didn't have a cell phone then. She's like, you don't have your own phone in the garage, because it was kind of like his little house out there. You don't have your own phone in the garage, so I couldn't call you. And I'm not about to tell your 80-year-old mother about how our daughter got arrested. You know, it just wasn't like, it would have really upset her. She didn't need to know. You know what I mean? And like, so, but he was bent. But my mom, like, she was understanding about it. She never got crazy with him about shit. She also didn't, like, you know, and this is not for all moms, because my mom was really independent and like a career woman and stuff like that. And she didn't go after him for child support because she didn't want to put him in jail, because he wouldn't have paid it. Yeah. And he would have just been on the run, and then I wouldn't have been able to see him. Because like I could barely see him at all anyway. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I had for having such a crazy dysfunctional father, I had a very healthy healthy family supporting me through it, that did not badmouth him, that like recognized how much I adored him, and nothing would change that. And if I was ever to hear anything negative about him, I was so upset. You know, his mom could kind of my grandma could kind of get away with bad mouthing him, but even then it made me so upset. No kid needs to hear that.
Right.
You know, I didn't know my family hated him till I was like 25 years old.
So that was what was going on. Oh, so
what's up?
Another creator had posted videos of him and he was replaying those. It was some weird shit. I was like, what the fuck did I just walk in?
Oh, that's funny.
Somebody named Captain Kangaroo. I was like, who the fuck there's a Captain Kangaroo creator now?
Yeah, he posts my videos too. Captain Kangaroo does.
Oh, that's weird. Okay.
Hey,
I don't know.
I can't type because I'm just on my phone, but I want to answer Buttercup. So, yes, Buttercup. If I was telling my story to help others, there are people that have brought it against me. Absolutely. Try to say I'm a bad mother and all kinds of stuff, and it's like...
Yeah, Captain Kangaroo really hates the glare. Like, really does not like him at all.
Does he confuse you with Captain Kangaroo, or does he know the difference?
No, he knows they're different.
Yeah, he knows the difference. Captain Kangaroo is like I think Australian guy. And he played 2 of my videos. He like didn't screen record, he like recorded his laptop kind of thing. And it was videos regarding like Annie and the glare and stuff like that.
So I went over there and I typed, I was like, hey, everybody. I was like, don't know what the hell I just walked into, something like that. I don't know. And then I was like, be right back. I'm live on my other channel, just bullshitting. And then I go, don't forget to unblock Captain Napkin.
Yes! Me and Savage. Me and Savage. Yeah, it's on incredible.
I left, but I totally did it. Oh,
he wants no parts of these 2 right here. He is not about that life. He's going to be...
I don't know. We'll see. I mean, did you go over to see if you were unblocked? We'll see.
I haven't got a chance to yet, but we'll see.
But I will tell you that I thought that was really funny. Like, not funny, like bad, but just because you were like, man, tomorrow he's going to talk so much mad shit about you,
right?
And then he put it in a community post telling everybody to watch my live, and I was like,
hey, you know what though? I am actually, you know what? I'm I'll eat my words. Like I told Callie, I will eat crow. Prove me wrong. Because last time I said he's going to talk shit about you, he did.
He did.
Now this time he didn't, and I'm happy that he didn't do that. He did say that his mods blocked me, and I know that he blocked me, but that's okay. We can let that slide.
He also
He might not have remembered, you know.
I block. But yeah.
Exactly.
Well, from what I saw, and I haven't finished, I mean, it was a very respectful panel.
Oh yeah, everybody was really respectful. That's because Savage fell asleep.
Well, I think that is like part. Okay, Queen Bee had a really respectful panel, and then we carried it on over to here. We did what we did last night, and I think that might be ruffling some feathers. Yeah, having probably. open discussions.
Oh, that's true.
Like, why is it such a hard thing? Like, I mean, I don't have to agree with everything he says, but that doesn't mean that I can't agree with some things. Just like I can sometimes agree with what all the other crazy people are saying, even if they're crazy.
Right.
I don't have to like you to agree with you, but I also don't have to like you or don't have to hate you to disagree with you, you know?
And that goes for all of us, and we do it on a daily. We disagree with each other on a daily. Do we get pissed off and hate each other?
No.
No.
We might get a little salty, but we won't hate each other.
Right. But life would be excruciatingly boring if everyone agreed on everything. Of course, then it would be peaceful too, but it would be boring.
Why is it okay? So think back before like cable news, right? Think about like how people would report on information or talk shows or whatever, and they would have other people from other sides talking about their point of view, and everybody would just talk. And then all of a sudden it became about like, oh my God, did you see that news reporter was on that channel? And it's like they're doing that to YouTube. And I'm like, why can't we have people come on? I don't care if anybody likes somebody or not. I still want to hear their point of view. You know, like, I don't know. I've never been in that mentality that you can't be over here unless you're like a horrible human being and are like murdering people because you're a racist or, you know, you're sexually abusing children. But other than that, you can come over and talk.
Right. And listen, like, you know damn well that other creators in the community would be able to have these open discussions with no questions asked. They'd get pats on the back and praise and all that.
I want to say this too. Even though I've not always, and I still don't completely agree with ML, I think there's a lot to be desired as far as what's happened with this case and what's possibly gone on. And I don't know the whole story. And I do know that I've gotten some light on Kelly. But had I not been somewhat of respectful to him when I did have him on panel and just keep that potential line of communication open, I wouldn't have gotten all the information that I've gotten.
Right. That's another thing. That's another fucking thing. Is it what do people think? Like, you're going to be able to get this information and tell him fuck you, middle fingers in the air? Like, same thing with, you know, the whole, like, whatever was going on with Alyssa and all that supposed like plan or whatever. Yeah. Like, there was, okay, you know, with the Sophie's Army 3, people were mad at Georgia and Squishy for even being like civil to him to talk about anything.
Oh, girl, I didn't sell my soul to anybody, Savage. I got a lot more than the deposition, though. I got a lot more, but I didn't sell my soul. Trust me.
But
don't sell your soul to the devil for a depo.
That should be a new meme.
That's what I was just fixing to say. I was fixing to say, I see a meme coming.
Heather, get on it. Do it before I do. Oh my God, that was the best.
Tell that fool to unblock you too. Well, fuck. That means I gotta hop back over there. I'm not. He'll expect me to like talk, and I'm over here now. I just went over for.
Maybe I should give it a test run.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Let us know, Cappy. Let
know. Let me pull it up.
Okay. Tell me if you see me when I do it.
Oh yeah. I'll do that too. I was gonna pull up whatchamacallit.
Oh,
Savage.
Oh, okay.
Heather's on the meme. I can't wait to see it.
Nice.
Savage Cabbage. Apparently, I'm the glare whisperer.
She is. I said, why is it every time you're on panel he pops up? I was like, what are you, a magnet?
Hey, Savage wants you to show her meme. She asked
I
if
am
you showed
looking
it.
for it right now.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
I'm still waiting on the ones for Heather to do of me.
She's slacking, Anna.
I'm telling you. Fixing to have to put. Hey, the spider did die because I haven't seen it again. Just for those of you that might be curious.
Okay, I'm not the only one because I was like, I can't hear him. There's something wrong with my phone, but everybody's saying it in the chat, so
Did he do something?
he must have. He's not looking at the chat though. He just keeps talking.
Somebody needs to tag him.
Right.
Oh, damn, that's funny as
Oh
fuck.
my God.
Somebody's putting stop signs in the chat. Like, stop talking. That's funny as fuck. But yeah, I mean, like, I think I've addressed everything I need to. I think there was one more thing I wanted to address. I can't remember it right now, but just like, especially like trying to divide friendships and, you know, fucking shaming somebody who's speaking for the same things that you're speaking kind of makes me question, like, is your fight for Kelly really authentic? Why would you want to slam somebody that's on the side that you're on just because you don't get along with her and just because it's beneficial for you to divide our friendship? You know what I mean?
He wants to be her future ex-husband. What nightmare.
So bad. So bad.
Oh, that's hysterical.
What nightmares are made of, baby.
Oh, so funny. So funny.
Oak leaf and long case panels. That's what nightmares are made of.
Yep, that's true. Oh, so funny.
And that one pissed me off too because it had a watermark and it was
Somebody goes, he's totally into what he's saying. He's not paying attention.
No, he's still going on and he hasn't stopped talking yet. He's still going. It's fucking hilarious.
He's talking and he doesn't know that nobody can hear him.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
he's
Somebody's got to text message him. I don't know. Does anybody got his fucking phone number?
I think his mods do. You would think so.
How long's he been talking?
Oh, I don't know.
That's going to be hysterical.
I'm dead. This is funny. Everybody's putting emojis in the chat and spamming the chat.
Oh, wait, I think you just realized it. No.
Oh.
Let me see.
I think something's wrong with this thing.
I think it's mic, yeah. No sound for over 5 minutes.
Oh my God.
Literally. Like literally.
All right. Oh shit.
Dear God. This is funny as fuck.
Surely somebody has messaged.
Oh, somebody messaged him. Somebody messaged
I think he just realized it.
Dude, this is good comedy.
I was
so
just going
funny.
to get my iPad so I could see what was going on.
He just said, "Oh shit," and he's like trying to do it now. I see. That's so funny.
Oh my God, Savage Cabbage. I'll say this. His live in the past 5 minutes has been the best one he's done to date.
Right?
His words look different without sound.
I'm fucking dead. Will without sound. Me and Savage are now fans.
Oh, he's back.
Oh, wow. There we go.
Okay. I apologize. So
he doesn't know what to do.
So now I was going to say, where was I?
I guess for some reason.
That was funny. Oh shit! I'm glad
Where
we got
was
to
I?
see that.
Oh wow, he's doing deposition part 4.
It takes him a while to read it because he goes on these whole.
Oh, gotcha. I can't believe how I get the deposition so confused with the Comal County one.
Comal County.
Yeah. I'm like, but I mean, some of the stuff that she says in the Comal County, she says different, or contradicts herself in the deposition. That's what's so confusing to me. It's like, whoa, wait a minute, but over here you said. I
know, it's confusing. So confusing.
It is, and I still can't think of the one thing I forgot to address. It'll come to me.
We need Allie back up here yelling, because I think that's when you were going to say it.
No, and when she's talking, like, it reminds me of things I was thinking of too. And oh man, where the hell did she go?
She was having trouble where nobody could hear her.
Yeah, she was trying to get in.
I mean, I don't know. I just think it's funny, like, trying to convince everybody that me and Allie and Queen and you are these mean girls, and we've done so many mean things to people and bullied so many, and we're hateful and no one likes us. But it's funny that you keep saying that and you keep repeating it, and it seems kind of like, like no one's new here.
Right.
It's like, and it's like if you have your chat there, right? And you keep saying it, and like, that the vast majority is not going to think for themselves, and they're just going to fall in line and go, "Oh my God, that's so crazy," without fact checking, which is sad.
Yeah, obvious.
I might give the benefit of the doubt and say half, and not the vast majority, but I'm really like, using that term loosely when I say half.
Well, I just don't see the reason for all the attacking. I mean, I know I'm going to sound like a broken record.
Right. No, it's worth repeating, though. Like how I always talk about the double standards. It's worth repeating because it's true.
Right. It's very true.
And I'm not like doing it in a repetitious way where I'm like, trying to fucking brainwash Paige's chat.
What?
That's what I'm really here to do, Paige. I'm busted. And you know what's funny too, Paige? She's like, no one cares about you. No one cares about her. She has no friends. No one likes her. But she's in my DM telling me, over in your other community, you're quite the little catch. A lot of people like you. I could get lots of subscribers. And I'm like, huh?
No, she was talking about me when she was saying that nobody likes her.
I'm like, either I'm a mean girl and no one likes me, or you can't have both ways. So
no, I think she was talking about me.
Oh, she was talking about me too. Don't worry.
Oh no, I know she was. I just didn't think about that specific part. Yeah. That specific part. But if you really don't want to have friends, it's totally fine.
Well, she brought up like a situation that happened a couple months back. Oh, that's what I wanted to bring up. Now I remember. Thank you, Paige. Okay. She says that when Queen and I had the falling out with Lisa is when...
Oh, yeah. What the fuck is she talking about?
Yeah, for the past 5 months, I've been doing Mikey's bidding, supposedly. Like, okay, no. And you know what's even funnier about that is that her new closest friends, Squishy, Roxy, Twin, and Turbo, Heidi, all know that to be false. They all know that is not true, but they're sitting in the chat. Oh yeah, And Roxy, one of her comments really made me laugh. It was, I think, her first comment saying something to the effect of, "Oh, you're doing this live on Cappy. I'm really interested in others' opinion of her," or some stupid shit like that. It made me laugh. It did.
That was her comment.
Yeah, and she said, "I already have formed my own. That's for sure." Some shit like that. Hold on, let me see. I'm pretty sure I grabbed it. Hold on.
That's such a random comment. But you know what I found interesting is that I was probably like in January, me and Roxy had a conversation about the lawn case. And she told me how she was a diehard Michael supporter, and she kind of still is. And she still kind of feels like that Sophie was SA'd. So it's weird to me that she's, I'm not saying she can't change her mind, but I feel like she only changed her mind because of the people she was hanging out with.
Probably. Probably.
Because I was like, how can you believe that? You know, I was like, thought she was crazy. But,
I mean,
but again, nobody had all the information. She changed her opinion based on nothing.
I'll be totally honest. Like, I've never seen her be a Michael supporter. When she started becoming friends with me and talking in the group chats I was in more often, right. I never saw that. I'm just being honest, but I don't know what she was doing prior to that, you know? Mm-hmm. This is what she said. "I'm interested in learning others' perspective on Cappy. I've already came to my own conclusions. I'm certainly curious." What kind of comment is that?
You should have asked her, is that her professional opinion?
Yeah, I'm really curious to know what her opinion is too. Because if we're going to go with this, there was a falling out, so she made this hate bond with Paige bullshit. I think that she knows that's not true. I think she knows that's not true.
Coming on hate bond.
Well, she knows that she knows damn well that I stated that I didn't have a problem with you, and I stayed on the sidelines of your guys' fallout. However, when I was mad at you and was running my mouth about you, I didn't keep it a secret from you. I went straight in your live chat and talked about it with you and Heather. I didn't call all your fucking friends.
Hey, same thing. I've never, ever hidden if I had something to say. You always see me as me.
I mean, for fuck's sake, she's making phone calls and I'm in a live stream talking about the fucking subject at hand. Who the fuck is who's doing backdoor shady shit there, huh? Right. Yeah. Thank you. Bullshit, man. No, and this is like, let's not over exaggerate. Nowhere did I say that fucking that Kelly doesn't deserve her kids. Nowhere did I say that I'm a Michael Long supporter. Nowhere.
I just said that right now, until we know the situation with Jake, and if he's gotten better and help, or if he's seeking counseling, or there's some kind of direction on him, and until they know what's going to happen with custody, nobody should have her. That's what I said.
I said that in the beginning, even that like they could have gotten to the bottom of this a lot faster if they would have put her in placement in the beginning. Even when I was like going like hardcore for Kelly, like I said that shit, because it would put everybody out in like in the timeout in the penalty box and just kind of get it together and like I think it would make therapy like a lot more. It would be more conducive. It would be more beneficial, definitely. And I don't know, dude. It just nowhere did I say that. Last night I even like challenged Will on certain things regarding Michael and called him out when I felt like he was dismissing his bullshit. But no, they don't want to listen to that part of it. Nope. Doesn't fit the narrative.
No, they bullshit. Hear what they want to hear. They hear what they want to hear. I did like how Kelly said, "Just ask ashtray breath." You know, I love that she calls me ashtray breath when she smokes, but she said, "What? Ashtray breath." She knows I will search Google for hours and hours and hours. I'm like, yeah, but didn't you do a live like 4 months ago where you said you don't know how to search Google? That's how I doxed everybody for you. Like, make up your mind, lady.
I remember her. Okay, it's a whole different narrative and agenda. When you guys were fighting, she said to me, "Cappy, you were spot on about Paige. You know, I'm horrible at looking things up. She looked everything up for me, all the doxes." And because remember when I first met you guys, I'm all, Paige is the smart one. I'm looking the shit up, and Callie's the dumb fuck out here putting it out. And I said in the beginning of all that, when like in the fight with Chrissy. And so when you guys fell out, she tried to like I think be in better graces with me or something. She was being nice to me and stuff, and she said that. She said, "You were right all along, Cappy, spot on. I'm terrible at looking things up. And Paige, she's really good at that, you know, and she looked everything up and blah blah blah." Okay, so now you're this, you know, grade A, awesome, like research person. Come on now.
Well, it just depends on what she wants to say. My point is I know that she spends hours researching stuff. I've watched her do it on the phone with me. So, like, it's interesting that she plays that when she doesn't want the credit, but when she does want the credit, she will be the first to say it. So, now, do I think she got your criminal records? No, because the UK can't go into court cases. And here's the funny thing. Most Canadians can't either unless maybe they have a VPN. So if they got anybody's records, they got it from somebody in the US. Unless somebody's got a VPN. And I know Callie doesn't. So
Well, I mean, who knows?
mm-hmm.
I can imagine who got it, or if they have it, or whatever. I don't even like, you know, it's just, I don't get how people in the chat, I'm sure that people in the chat are aware that she's making an ass of herself, and they don't care.
I don't know. A lot of people were really supportive. No, I can't.
Yeah, they were. They were, but she's doing the dirty for them. She's doing what they want to do, but they're not getting up on their panels, acting like a whole ass doing it.
Right.
You know, not the first person to fucking have Callie fucking run around looking stupid. Callie does it on her own, but you know, it's funny to me. Because just the way she talks, I just know. And my gut, hey, I might not listen to my gut feelings all the time. I might not listen to that gut of mine, but I've never caught the bitch lying. Ever. And my gut tells me, you know what? She's getting some inspirational fucking...
Weird. That tactic was so not her style.
Oh God, no, it's not. The women encouraging women rise above. I could be so much more of an asshole right now, but I'm not going to be. Since when has that been that way?
Well, she used to do it behind the scenes. She would threaten people behind the scenes. I've never seen her do a live like that, though.
Right. Well, I mean, when I've seen her dox people, it's just like she just puts it out there. What?
Did you actually hear her say that I was defending Truthy? I was
Where?
Like, what fucking planet were you on when we were doing that? She said that the reason that she fell out with me was because I was defending Truthy. And I was like,
what?
Yeah.
That never happened.
I know.
You were talking to his ex. If anything, you were the opposite of defending him.
Oh, I know. But she said I was defending him. And
Wow.
I to give him the benefit of the doubt. When did I ever say that? I was the one saying we shouldn't go about his fake death until we know it's a fake death.
Right. Do you still talk to his ex?
No, she crazy.
Yeah. I was just wondering if Truthy and Miss Magoo left that apartment? I was just
I don't
curious.
know. They said they did, but who fucking knows?
Yeah, the whole situation was crazy. The ex and everything. Yes, it was. And it was funny that she had another boyfriend named Michael that owed her 2,000,
I know.
like exactly the same amount of money. It was like $2,100 or something weird. Like it was like what? Huh? And it was on YouTube. Everybody's like, "Whoa, this must be a truthy video." No, it's another Michael. Oops. Like she likes guys named Michael that she can loan $2,000 to.
Well,
I guess
Michael is the most common name, or it used to be, especially during our generation.
It is. Like I literally had 6 friends named Michael, but like the thing is that both of them are her exes, and she loaned both of them $2,000. That was the funny part.
Yep. I thought it was 10 grand.
Oh, I think it was less than that. I think. I don't know.
Two. I don't think it was 10.
I thought it was 10.
And at this point,
What's your
I'm
lie?
thinking Kelly would be embarrassed of Callie speaking for her. I would hope. I mean, you would think that, but you would think that you'd want her to tone. I don't know. Maybe not. You never know. I don't know. Like she probably doesn't even fucking know Callie, and Callie thinks she fucking knows her and shit, or acts like she knows her.
I'm sure she's all aware of what.
This is a court case that had a viral video. We all learned about it. Like, it's so unfair of her to try to hold anything over our heads, to try to silence us and not be able to ask questions. And that's another thing. Tonight they kept talking about asking questions and being blocked for asking questions. What the fuck? Are you serious? You don't like being silenced? What?
I never silenced. The only person I silenced for asking questions was Good Egg, because she annoys the living fuck out of me, because her questions aren't real questions.
I think they were talking about Will specifically with the blocking, but still.
Nah. Sorry, Rain Baby, I just realized you were there.
I'm sure they were talking about everybody they didn't like. It just seemed to be an all-inclusive kind of chat tonight. But yeah, you don't block anybody except for that one.
Hi, my name is Slimy. I couldn't resist.
Oh my God, I love it. So
Did you guys hear her say she was trying to get Will to call her Slimy instead of Limey? So here I am. Yeah.
Why?
I don't know, because she's ridiculous.
Why would that be fucking better?
I think she was trying to be funny, but it really wasn't.
You know what's funny is Limey, I guess, is very offensive to British people. I grew up having a best friend. Her parents were from England, and they called each other Limeys. They joked about it, but they said some people are very offended by it. And so the last time I got in a fight was in Vegas, and there was this chick, and she had this gigantic duffel bag, and she had the British flag tattooed on her ankle. And I was standing at the bar, and I was in this mini dress, a formal mini dress, and I was wearing flip flops, and I was drunk as hell. Just went to my English best friend's wedding, and so I was hanging around English people all night. And anyways, she went up to the bar, and I was talking to the bartender, which is whatever. People interrupt, and I don't care. But she almost knocked me over with her goddamn bag. Okay. And I was like, watch yourself. What the fuck? And she's like, shut up, bitch. And I was like, oh my God. I said something, you dumb limey bitch. And she came at me like a kitty cat. She didn't try to throw dogs with me. She literally put her hands like claws and was like, ah! Yeah, she literally tried to scratch my face. And
Gosh,
then
that kind of sounds like something
exactly
would do.
Right? And she tried to scratch my face like that. And she didn't try to hit me at all. And then these bouncers came, and they when they pushed us both on the floor, and she got a hold of my leg and bit the fuck out of my calf.
Oh my gosh.
And I kicked her. But like, I got in some trouble that night. But yeah, I got in a fight. Last time I got in a fight was first calling someone a limey.
That's dirty
and that was the
fighting.
night
You
you
start
found a
biting
deaf
people's
homeless
calves. Damn.
I know. How are you going to walk away saying like you're proud of yourself? I'm a biter, not a fighter. Come on now.
Right. Oh wow.
Seriously. That was crazy.
You know
The night
what?
you found the homeless man that's
Yes.
AFL?
Yes, girl. And I was in that mini formal dress, and it was deaf and hard of hearing weekend at the convention center. And like, there were like, I couldn't speak with anybody. I was kicked out of the Mandalay Bay, and I was walking around the strip like, shit, I don't know sign language. Like, I'm screwed. I didn't have cigarettes. I didn't have anything. Like, I was kicked out, and I'm walking, and there's like this lady who was profoundly deaf trying to like say something to me, and she was so sweet, but I could tell she was worried, but I didn't know what she was saying. And I seen this homeless man who was like, you could tell he'd been homeless for years. He just very, dirty and really long nails and really long, like, natted up hair. And he's talking to himself. And I was still drunk. The sun was coming up. And I walked up to him and I was like, by any chance, do you know sign language? And first I asked him for cigarettes. By any chance, do you have a cigarette? And by any chance, do you know sign language? And he said yes to both. He gave me 5 cigarettes. And then he translated what the lady was saying. And I was just like, whoa, like I was just taking a chance on him, and he delivered. And
you know what?
The lady bought me McDonald's breakfast, and she was so nice.
You have met some really amazing people that you wouldn't think would be so funny. Like your bus guy.
The Greyhound bus, ludicrous guy, yes.
Yeah.
I'm serious. Like, I've put myself in some very compromising, vulnerable positions because I was an idiot, right?
Right,
and
but that's good karma, for real.
I think it has to be, and it also renews my faith in mankind as well, because I just think that, like, I'll be thinking real negative about the world, and then things like that will happen. You know what I mean? Like, but yeah, he's on the list with the big, tall, ludicrous guy for sure.
Awesome.
Isn't it? It's
I love
awesome.
stories like that. This warms my heart, and you're right. It does. It does happen at the most opportune times when you're just like, "Fuck."
Right. Exactly.
I hate life.
The poor lady
comes along.
And he's like, this lady's really worried about you. She wants to know what happened to you, because you could tell that something happened. My makeup's all over my face, hair's a mess, and I'm wearing a formal. And like, and she's like, he's like, she's really worried, and she wants to buy you breakfast and a drink if you'd like. She bought me a beer and she bought me McDonald's. It was awesome.
Oh, so
It was awesome.
No, you guys, I know sometimes it's really hard not to get upset when you're like being told the most awful lies on, but that's her goal. You know that, right? That's why she said you were defending Truthy, because everybody's like, oh, no,
Right.
she wasn't. Because that's like super vile and like a horrible thing to
Shock
do.
value.
Yeah, exactly. That's why she does it. So just remember that, because I don't really think, I mean,
Oh, you know,
anybody that knows you knows better than that. And the rest
so now
of it
Phil
is
is
just like,
frozen.
do
By the
what?
way, I have it up, but I don't have no sound. And now it's just frozen. And everybody's in the chat going, "You're all frozen. You're frozen."
Yeah, he needs a new setup there.
Oh,
He
there he
needs
is. He's back.
You know what though, Chloe? Like, I'm walking around, by the way. I hope I don't lose you guys.
Well, I'm doing laundry, so if I make too much noise, just tell me to mute. Because
okay, I'm like got my laptop in my hand, walking. My husband just looked at me like, "Oh my god!"
pacing the floor.
Exactly.
I know it's
So-
hard to sit still when you're on panel, isn't it? You gotta be
It
doing
is, especially when I get like, and I wouldn't even say like I'm super angry, but it like really, really, The worst part I thought was the divisive tactics. I
Yeah.
don't play that shit. Like that Queen Bee's like very much advocating for Kelly still, but she has an open mind and let us on panel to talk about it. Why should she be shamed for being our friend?
See, that's just ridiculous. But that's
That's her though. Yeah.
that's how it's been all along. And especially with Paige, because if you are friends with Paige, then you got to be the scum of the earth. So,
Right.
which I think of it the other way. If you're friends with her, you got to be nuts, man. Like, you can't believe all the shit she says.
Oh, he's playing some recording, and it says Kelly May 2020 explanation of first CPS investigation.
Oh, it must be the 911 calls, you think?
No, let me unmute it real quick.
Okay.
She's like hurting herself on accident, like, and obsessed with getting a bruise.
She's done that for some time, Kelly. Like she did it on.
Oh, it's her, Mike. It's Michael and Kelly talking.
Yeah, like you remember this show? It's called McKenna. McKenna would she was a gymnast and then she hurt her ankle, and I swear Sophie was walking around.
All right, they're talking about Sophie. Anyway, Vic, where did you get this fucking meme? It was in a group. Oh my god. Heather
what
made
is it?
Really funny, but this other meme made me laugh so hard, so I'm going to show you both. I'm dying right now. Let me just get them.
I want to post those memes so bad still.
I want to say bad, too bad to post.
The ones that I didn't post, remember?
Oh, yeah.
I think it would be so fun to post them.
Okay, that one's downloaded. And then...
I don't know. Are we on your Crime Stalker channel or the other one?
You don't even know where you're at?
No, I just saw your face and I was like, oh shit, she's alive.
We're on confused.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know where I'm at either. I'm just here.
Do what?
Y'all are hilarious.
She's I don't know where I'm at either. I'm just here.
Yeah, like if it's you, I don't even check to see. I'm like, oh shit, I'm supposed to be there. But it's calm tonight. It looks like so far anyway.
Okay, so let me show you. That's the one that Vic sent me, and I'm like, what the fuck? This is genius. Why didn't I think of it?
My gosh, is that a puppet, Will? That's hilarious.
Oh my god, that's really good.
I don't know who made
really
it.
Good.
Vic said she found it in a chat or in a group.
That's awesome.
It's a little creepy, but it's awesome.
It is. I almost want to screenshot it and take it into PixArt and make their faces black and white. It would almost look like realistic.
Yeah.
Oh, I can send it to you. It's not easy.
That would be awesome. That is really neat.
That's freaking funny.
There's some really creepy old pictures out there.
There really is.
In the world.
What did I just do?
They used to take pictures of their relatives after they died too.
Yes.
Like those tintype photos.
They could have a camera, yeah.
Right.
So Heather made this.
What is that? Oh my god, Barney! No! I love it.
Heather is the best. Oh my gosh.
She's really good at this shit.
All right, and then there's the second one that she has, which is
turkey vulture housing. Oh my god, dude.
Oh man, that's awesome.
I like the meme queen. Queen.
Yes, you like that?
Yeah, that was good. It was pretty funny. Oh, I was dying. But yeah, no, like I'm really sick and tired of all the I mean, you know how I am. I'm like whatever. I was laughing when I was watching her live because I was just like, oh, that's funny. Like, oh, this is the new lie. Because I forget, like, I don't watch her enough, so I don't see all the shit every day you guys see, I guess. But man, Cappy was hot.
I
Oh, I don't
was.
watch her very often either. I'll catch like 5 minutes here and there just to see what stupidity she's talking about, but I can't usually stand to listen to her for very long.
And I was irritated, like, about the divisive bullshit. Like, I was like, okay, so you're going to try to fuck with my friends because of shit I said, or like, fuck with Queen Bee specifically because of what me and Allie said. No, and she knows that me and Allie are close to her. And like that's some hoe shit right there. You're on some bullshit.
But I mean, she is the lowest of the fucking low. She really is.
But that's not some shit she does. That's somebody else's tactic.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah. Somebody put her to shit, and she's just the one to do it because she will go as low as anybody asked her to if she feels like it's going to help her cause.
I'm sure somebody's, suggesting in the suggestion box.
Well, it's like what she said. You see what she said? She said, I want to know everybody else's opinion. Like, obviously that was put there for a reason.
Right.
Wait, I missed that. What'd she want to know everybody else's opinion on?
Oh, no.
So Roxy said that in the chat when she said she was doing a live on Cappy.
I'm really curious to know everybody's opinion and perspective on Cappy. I know that I've formed my own opinion. I'm just really curious, or some shit like that. Like, what? Come on, dude. Let's stop right now.
Yeah.
Can we just go our separate ways, maybe?
Right. Like she's always preaching. Like, why can't we just all go our separate ways and not talk about each other? Yeah. Practice what you preach. Hello.
Yeah, we tried that. We tried that, special guest. We tried that, Fight Club. We tried that, Rose Petals.
Exactly.
Sneaky emails being sent to people.
Backdoor conduct. Sure.
Let's get random to say my name every fucking 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much.
Sure, Jan.
Member page, and what was it? And who was upset with you?
Reading
with
the
court documents.
Like, she goes, what do you mean? She goes, well, who was mad at you? She goes, oh, the army. I'm like,
yeah, that was so funny, dude. That flew right over Chrissy's head, and like,
because I was actually one of the few people that was like, come on, guys, though, like, it makes sense. Like, I get that you don't like necessarily the medical piece, and maybe that wasn't the best move, but now that I do the creating, I kind of get why she did. So she went the other way, and she's like, I wish you had never done that. And I'm like, oh, you're just saying that because people say that. That's it. I'm not going to change my mind unless I absolutely have a good reason to change it. Crazy ass people.
Yeah. Understatement of the year.
Understatement of the year. So freaking just weird.
Oh gosh, sorry, I put you guys right. Could you guys hear the dryer going? I put you guys right on top of it.
Oh, kind of. I didn't really know. I don't really know.
My Downy ball didn't open. What the hell?
Your what didn't?
My Downy ball.
Oh, your Downy ball. Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's like a crime. I use a Downy ball and 2 dryer sheets. My stuff smells good. Okay, I think I'm done for the night. Fine.
So what are we going to do next? You guys are boring me now. No more screaming and yelling?
Well, hold on. Just
Oh.
give me a second.
Oh, there's something going on. There's some backdoor shenanigans.
Yeah, some what is it? Misconduct in the backyard, misconduct in the backstage area.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I didn't know why she thought that Cappy was making fun of her for saying wing. We know an area is a wing. Like I didn't get that. What the hell? Phone was doing things that it shouldn't be doing. So, how's the chat doing? Do people still use what? You had to run to Skyline Chili really quick. That's gross, Hallie Joe. Wings? Oh no, I'm confused now. Somebody did ask that dude though, hey, are those song lyrics? So I was like, I was thinking the same thing. Who knows? You know, I saw a timeline today of the ML case, and it was pretty damn good. Like of dates and stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
I was thinking about whose timeline was it?
I can't tell you. It's a secret.
You don't want to say? Okay.
I'll tell you later.
Because I was thinking about helping you put that together because you know how I was trying to figure out when it all started or at least this chapter of it, I guess. So I was trying to put it together myself earlier today, which put me back down the rabbit hole of reading everything again. Well, not everything, but a lot of stuff. But if it's already done, then why do it again, right? Was it accurate?
Yeah, pretty accurate. I put it in the private chat.
Oh, okay. Cool. Because that's a lot of work to get it all in order.
I mean, it's basically like the dates and what's happened and not like full blown, like, you know, whatever. Like, I mean, it's not like, you know, videos are attached to everything and it's like up the case. So I was like, this is a good starting point because what's going to help me with is putting all the documents I have in order because I have Como County, I have Collin County, and then I have all this other shit now that I keep getting and more shit that I keep getting. So I need to I want to put it all in order so that it makes sense because I think sometimes like Nana, I saw Nana yesterday when we were talking and she kept going, well, this is in there. And I'm like, what? I don't remember that. She goes, damn it, that's Como County because she went back to read Como County and spaced like, you know, that what we were talking about the deposition. So
yeah, yep. Does anybody know who that? Oh shoot, what's that account? It's something about Michael is something and Alyssa something. Do you know what I'm talking about? Made a bunch of comments on your.
I think it's Heidi.
Okay, that's what I thought too.
I mean, I'm not saying it like not swearing on my life or anything, but I think it's Heidi.
Just so hateful.
Yeah, people, you know, they like to be.
I don't get it. You can't be happy if you're hateful like that all the time. Why are Cappy and Nana so quiet? I feel like they're up to something. Hmm.
I don't know. Maybe they're having a kumbaya session and we just don't know it.
Yeah, something.
What you guys doing?
Well, we've been hanging out right here, Cappy. What have you been doing?
I had to take off my headphones, so I have no idea what you guys were doing.
Doxing you. We decided we were going to be part of Callie's team, and we just doxed you to all hell.
Oh my god. It's kind of the feeling I got like wash over me when I was on Chrissy's panel and they joined up together. And I was up there and I was all patient, like, okay, I'll let Chrissy, yell at her and I'll wait till she jumps off and then I'll continue to go at Chrissy. Nope, that didn't happen as planned at all. Not even close. Yeah, and I was like, hey, how can you call this an alliance, Cappy? This is not an alliance. Well, what the fuck is it? Right? You gonna call it a friendship? Are we gonna go there? Okay, I guess. Whatever. Fucking weirdos. Swear to God. Cappy and all her friends are setting me up. I'm just like, oh my God, Chrissy.
Right. That was well. Then I only got half that live, and then I popped up there later. And I'm like, but wait. Now that I'm actually in the chat, because based on what she was saying to me, and then the Heidi email, I could see what she was saying. But then when she actually got a chance to go up to the top of that group chat and read things, I was like, and I said it on our live, I go, but I don't see what you're talking about when I'm looking in here. Like I got it when I saw a couple of things, and I was driving home, and you guys were talking about this, and then the email came up, and now that I'm sitting at home, sitting down, and in this chat, I don't see it.
Yeah. And by the way, Heidi, thanks for all the support with the email. Thanks. That was good timing. Thanks.
Great. And then Allie came in and yelled and like at Chrissy and was like, well, we can have, just because of something or whatever. I don't remember what it was, something. But then, just because they're in there doesn't mean everybody was setting you up or something like that. And then Ashley comes up after I say all that and goes, do you think I'm setting you up? She goes, no, I mean, I guess. And then everybody pissed off because I was up there and Ashley was up there, and then she kind of started backing down from some of the stuff that she'd been like raging on for the last 2 hours at work.
You like how that one worked out? That was funny, right?
It was pretty funny, actually.
And by the way, Chrissy, like, who's afraid of Callie? No one. So stop. Like, it was like she was making it like she's this gangster, and she's this. She ain't afraid of Callie. I'll motherfucking drag that bitch ass. Blah 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 blah.
Oh my God!
I'm just like, I can't, dude.
Like that, and that's why I was like, well, I don't know, because the reason we haven't gone that hard is, one, I don't care that much, but even when we did, I said there was a lot of reasons why we haven't gone full force, and a lot of it was because at some point in time, the mods and like everyone didn't want to put themselves at risk, not because of necessarily like they're afraid of her, but because they had stuff going on. And Roxy and Twin Mama and disappointed in my heart, UK Rebecca, literally thought that I meant just them, was not including myself in that topic, was not including anyone else, just them, and threw me in a fucking chat to yell at me about how I made them look like weak bitches. I'm like, you guys are 40-something years old, and you're worried about looking like weak bitches.
Right.
I'm pretty sure that I know who the ringleader of that was.
I was just going to say that.
And I'm not even like saying that like, oh, I know this happened.
Didn't want to go after her, and they were afraid. We're not afraid of her. I'm like, I didn't say like all my mods. It just said, I didn't say you guys as mods. I said the mods, like general statement. Again, you are not the only mod I've ever had.
Yeah, I'm going on common sense with that. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure.
Was included into that. Like, and she wasn't a mod anymore. Heidi was included in there. She wasn't a mod anymore at that time. Chloe was included into that. They just didn't think it. They thought it was just them.
Yeah. I wasn't offended because it was true.
Right.
Now I don't give a shit. And I'm definitely not scared of either. So I remember when Chrissy, last time she went live or was on, whose panel? Roxy's? Yeah. And she said, somebody made a comment in the chat and she said, well, some people are afraid of me. Like, really?
Oh my god! Like literally nobody, stupid. And I'm sorry, just because you don't want to fucking be doxxed doesn't make you like afraid of somebody, quote unquote. And if you feel powerful because you're silencing people by doxing motherfuckers, you're the pussy.
Exactly. I mean,
You
you
know
don't
what I
want to be
mean?
doxxed because you want to protect yourself and your family. Ooh, that's so terrible.
You're such a pussy.
Right.
What a scaredy cat. Right?
Wimpy.
Well, then people were talking shit to me about making the truce, like with Callie. I wanted it to end.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that? That doesn't mean I want to be your friend. We had zero correspondence after the truce. The truce was supposed to be that we didn't go like live streaming about one another. It didn't say anything about me trash talking her in DMs, dude. That's fucking stupid. That's fucking stupid.
Gotta let it out somewhere.
Right? Like she wasn't doing the same shit.
Oh,
like,
right.
And then Chrissy fucking kicks us all out of that fucking group. Is the most deplorable, is the most disgusting thing said in there. And I was like, what? Are you serious? It's got to be the mildest group chat I've ever been in. I don't know what the fuck group chats you're in. Jesus Christ.
Her wild imagination. She just takes everything and makes it like 1,000 times bigger.
I remember I was going to the bank too, and like I got a notification on my phone, and I hardly ever have my notifications on because I'm always like, trying to do a video and not finishing it and just whatever, right? Yeah. And I get a notification. Lately, I don't finish anything. I literally don't. And guess what? Someone else made a comment about that today. It's like, she makes content on her channel, but she doesn't anymore because, and she didn't say, like, she didn't finish what she was saying, but I got the message, okay?
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
I love it.
I mean, it's the only thing these bitches are right about, though, is fuck. I mean, I got other shit going on, too. It's not just this, but...
She's like, I went into that train wreck shit show, but realized it was a big old wham fest, so I bounced. There's only so much, but they did this, and I'm innocent and feed my ego I could take today.
Right? Exactly, 3-boy mom. My God. She's talking about Chrissy, right?
No, she's talking about Callie.
Oh, well,
Today,
I mean,
yeah.
Either one of them. It's
live today. Why are you trying to jinx us?
Well, because we were just talking about her, so I thought it was about that.
No, that was earlier. I just could put that.
But yeah, so what was I gonna say? But yeah, the whole like they and me, just I don't know, dude. Like I took accountability that I was wrong about the fucking cavity search shit. It's not that fucking hard. Either I'm right or I'm wrong. I was fucking wrong. And I misquoted her. Big fucking deal. Like, come on, dude.
It's the end of the fucking world. You're the worst person on earth when you misquote her. So
I mean, she made the biggest deal about it. Like she was super triggered about that shit.
Well, that says a whole lot more about her than it does about you. If you can't laugh at, it's not like it's harmful or anything. Jeez.
Right? I mean, the United States does the squat and cough. It's not my fault. Fuck. I didn't know about the other shit.
They're interchangeable at times. It's okay.
Seriously, they are. I'm not even playing.
Meme idea.
Oh my God, yes.
Two people, they're switching faces, and under those faces are the same faces.
Like in that movie Face Off with John Travolta and Nick Cage, I think it was.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. Some good stuff right there.
Mm-hmm. Good shit.
Good.
Okay,
good.
so What? And it's not Offspring. There's a band that has the name Off in it, but I can't remember.
I don't know your bands because you listen to different kind of
No.
music.
Yeah, bands. Well, I'm pretty sure Abby would know if I could, but if I can, but there's a reason I'm thinking about it. But hold on.
When you said Off, I thought about Op Ivy, and I was thinking if anybody's named Ivy that we hang out with, they could have that band name.
Well, Nakia's Op Ivy because it's her favorite band, so I already named her Operation Ivy. She just doesn't go into Discord.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's like, I love Operation Ivy. They're fucking awesome. And I've been singing all day. Smiling when your friends are watching. Smiling when your friends are watching. It's a great song.
It is a great song. You know, it's weird because people are like, I don't know how you listen to it. And I go, it's a totally different vibe. Like, I listen to Mariah Carey and like the pop, you know, whatever. But that's like chilling in my car, like if I want to sing and hang out. But when you go to a punk show or you're like in a mood for like you're raging or you feel like you just want to, like, I don't know. It's just such a different energy, and it's an energy that you can't replicate with any
exactly. And I don't. Yeah, I listen my playlist of music. I like listen to everything but classical. I'm not even playing. I listen to
I listen
everything.
to a lot of shit too. Like I have my stupid like playlist will go from like Janet Jackson to like Metallica to like Pennywise to like Kenny Loggins. You're like, what?
I even do a little bit of old school country. Like I'll do some Patsy Cline and Willie Nelson.
Patsy Cline, Willie Nelson, Johnny Cash. Like I'll have all that. It'll just bounce back and forth. It'll be like Bad Religion.
I'm not big on the new country though, like or 90s country. Yeah, I'm not.
90s I can do some, but not a lot.
I mean, I can do Garth Brooks' "Friends in Low Places" all day, every day. That's a great song. But other than that, no, I don't do much of that 90s like country stuff. Blame it all on my roots. I showed up in boots. Now that song's gonna be in my fucking head, dude. The ruins
so
of black
Las Vegas Weekly one year, and I cannot remember, and I'm trying to remember, but I think maybe it was just something. But anyway, they had Face to Face was coming to town, right?
Yeah, I remember them.
I think the Offspring, but the way that they had it, like on the no, I take that back. It was the movie Face Off, and it was on the Las Vegas Weekly. But the way that they had Face Off on the thing, it looked like they were saying Face to Face is coming to town because it had like John Travolta and Nicolas Cage face to face, right? And it was face, and then it's like it said something face to face, and then it said off at the bottom. But like if you didn't see the off, like you were like, what? I was like, oh my god, I don't know what John and Travolta and fucking Nicolas Cage have to do with face to face, but they're coming to town. I'm like, no, I think it's the movie.
That's funny.
And I just remembered that because when you were saying we were talking about Face Off, it made me click. But I couldn't remember if it was Face to Face was coming to town, but then I remember the face, their faces were on the cover because it's the picture of the DVD. That's why the same picture, the poster.
Oh, that's awesome.
But yeah, that was really funny. I was like, that's fucking stupid. I'm stupid. The glare is going off on Jeepers Creepers. Why? I don't think their name is Jeepers Creepers, though. It's just Jeepers. She likes Jeeps.
I always see Jeepers Creepers, too. That's funny.
What did Jeepers do? I mean, I do know that Jeepers is way on the Kelly side right now, so that might be why, but oh man. Jeepers, the glare. You don't know if I'm bashing it on nothing, as you have no idea what I have seen also. I'm being rude, and at least she's not blocked.
Right.
Did you go see if you were blocked?
No, I didn't do it yet. Did Savage do it?
Yeah, she was blocked still.
See,
Moving on.
But that was before I went in there, I think.
Well, are you responsible for the students on this campus? She was like, yeah. And I was like, well, then how could something so serious that causes so much turmoil for a family happen to one of your students and you not be aware of it?
Right? I feel like the principal should know if CPS is coming to school.
I mean, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, so we've had, conversations now with both of the boys, like both of the kids' teachers, and with the principal, and we're, trying to make as much progress as we can, but, and it's not even progress, like, we feel like there's something that needs to be addressed, like, just, we want to understand the situation better.
Yeah, sure. No, I would probably feel like you're walking through a fog on this, too, without having all that other information.
Who is he talking to? It sounds like a Valley Girl from like
I think it's Kelly, isn't it?
Well, if it is, they're getting along really well. And
I was just gonna say that because she's saying, like, they didn't even know CPS was coming, and he's like, "Yeah, the principal should know or something."
I appreciate it.
No worries. You guys are... All right. So there's that.
that was like a 10-minute call. Why did it take him so long? Hold on, I'm gonna rewind just to hear it a little bit more.
At this point, too.
Yeah, because mine too.
Yeah, I don't think she's trying to hurt herself again. I think it's just, I'm not sure.
Well, that's the thing, though. If she is trying to hurt herself.
Yeah, it's Kelly. They were sounding like they were totally getting along. She goes, I know, right?
Right.
I'm confused right now. I don't even know what I just heard.
I think
It's
no,
Kelly.
I
Even
think
said, I know Kelly.
no, I know, but I'm saying I
sorry.
think that Courtney drove a huge wedge between them. I think she was jealous of their co-parenting. And that's just my opinion, and just like kind of the way it because I had heard before that they were getting along and stuff. I remember in one of the interviews, Michael said that, and I was always thinking, like, I bet maybe Courtney plays a big hand in that. Like, well, and then we saw a lot of shit unfold where she's got her hand fucking right in that shit, stirring it. So,
well, Savage is from May of 2020. And in the deposition, she was like talking about how she couldn't tell him, like, she called the attorney before. This was after that. Like, she called the attorney because she didn't want him to go to, it wasn't civil. They were literally like, it was like they were friends. I don't know. I can't explain it. You got to go listen to it. It's just a clip, though. I didn't see the whole thing. I didn't hear the whole thing. And I don't even know if I have these calls. I may actually have them. I don't know. I haven't gone through everything yet.
you still haven't. You're crazy.
I have way too much stuff.
I know. I'm joking with you.
And I get new stuff every day.
I gotta go listen now. I'll record it. I'll be back.
Okay, go record it. Bye. Now she's curious. She's like,
Go record it. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye now.
I actually agree too, Three Boy Mom. Like, the more that I've learned about the situation and the timing of everything, like I think what drove it home for me too was in the CPS, not the CPS, in the document from the hospital during the last the actual SANE exam when they did the SANE interview, and it says Sophie's account of what's happening, and then it said Courtney's account of what was happening, and Courtney's account was drastically more detailed than Sophie's, and it was apparently what Sophie told her. And I'm like, I mean, I get that she might be a little hesitant to say a lot of the same exact things to the nurse, but it didn't even allude to the same things. So I don't know. I don't know if Courtney just like added pieces or speculated and made the story bigger. Like, I don't know. It just didn't make sense. And I noticed that happened in a lot of the documents. Like, you would hear Sophie say one thing and Courtney's explanation of it was way different. Oh, Lisa S is over there.
Oh, really?
This is at KT. I've never mentioned anything about that app before. I don't know what app they use or anything about it. I'm genuinely asking.
Lisa S. meaning Sadowski?
I'm assuming she's talking to KT. I'm trying to find out what KT said. Lisa, weren't you the one that said they don't do calls on that app? So does anyone have info on that? So I guess it's through app close. And she's like, I didn't even know about that app. Which I don't believe her. But you know what I've always said since the beginning? This was the same thing with Brandon Evans and anybody that was that eager to get involved with the people that are involved in this case, like meaning the main people that were that eager to announce that they knew them or that eager to say were probably either lying or if they were that eager to like get you information because you're a creator, meaning they're doing that with every creator. Like I called that all of them and I stayed as far fucking away from all of them, including Lisa, because as soon as I saw this bitch hopping on people's panels talking about I'm Kelly's friend and then all that, I was like, no, I'm not. I don't want to be anywhere near that. I don't trust it. Like the more you show me that you're like popular or the more that you want to pretend that you are in the know, the more I want to walk the other direction. I don't even know. You're going to have to message him. But I don't even know if he saw my message. Damn fucking Will. The glarer. Yeah, now we're listening to the Meredith Washington call. I may have that one. I don't know. We'll see. I got to go look through all the stuff I have. But I stay away from all that. Because it just doesn't make sense. Like, I just never, ever wanted to be fucking involved with any of those. Like, that's a sign. My dad was like that, right? He was the guy that always wanted to be in the know and make people think he was in the know. And so he would like constantly talk about how he was involved or he knew this and blah, 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 and tell everybody. And meanwhile, like talking to everybody about it. And then it was all bullshit most of the time. And so when people do that, I'm just like, that's nothing's good is gonna come from that.
Yeah, because if you're in the know of this exclusive information and you're telling everybody, like, I don't know, you know what I mean? Obviously they want it out for one thing, and number two thing, they're telling everybody, not just you. You know?
Right. And again, like, I'm also obviously not like running around for clout, because if I did, I could just be like, I mean, there were days like I did not get the mandamus. At least I don't think so from Michael Long, because Michael Long, it came in an email. But all the other information between him and a few other people have been sending me information, and that's great and all. But I haven't really talked about everything I've got. I don't even know everything I got, and I'm not running around going, "Oh my God, guys, I got all this stuff. I'm gonna go over." You know, like. I wasn't even going to talk about the fucking deposition until the Claire started telling everybody he had it.
Right.
And I was like, yes, now I'll let everybody know I have it, because I wanted to have more than one side look at it. So.
Oh, that's another thing. It was said today that you and the Glare are only, you're cherry picking and only showing certain documents. Well, last night in the chat, you linked it for people, so that's a lie.
Moria said, that is a lie.
I was just going to say it. I couldn't think of what to say because I was distracted by my meme making.
Oh, you're making memes.
I so am. Good times to be had.
I mean, I don't know what collab, but, I know he wants a collab, but,
I loved that when he said that to you last night. You weren't like, oh my God, yeah! I loved that. You're just like, oh.
But didn't I just tell you? What did I just literally talk about? When people do that, what do? I do
right.
the other way.
You were like, oh, okay. We could talk about it. Okay. You were super low key about it. It was funny.
On any possibility, if I think it would do good, I would do it, but I really want to consider it and don't just jump on, because you've got 8,000 subscribers. I'm going to do that. And that's no slack against him. It's just that I want to make sure I'm doing what's best for my channel. Like, and I get that he does have more subscribers.
Right.
And I get once, but I don't know how I'm going to build my channel if I rely on other people's all the time. Now, that could drive people to my channel, but that's not my purpose of really talking about this case. Like,
Right.
like it brings subscribers, great, but I mean, I'm not doing it for just that reason. And
Not even really in droves or nothing. Like,
no.
This case did not cater to my audience at all. And people were like sitting around waiting for my usual content. Like, okay, we support you, Cappy, but when are you going to put out a prison video, or when are you going to put out drama community? Like, it wasn't like, I mean, some of the drama community people were crossovers and were like following it too, but not very closely.
This bitch, I'm gonna slap. When I go to see her. Well, I'm gonna see her when I'm at a wedding. When I go to see her in October, I'm gonna slash her tires.
I'll make a meme, Savage.
Oh God.
The
I still
meme
don't know what the meme is. You gotta ask Heather about that meme because she's the one who made the one of you and Will.
I don't know what the joke is behind it. It says move up because they can't see you or something like that, or
I don't remember.
Or I don't know.
I think it was Heather that made it. I don't want to say things that I don't.
No, she did because I remember when we like first started talking again, she was like, okay, I made a meme about you, I gotta tell you. Because we were talking about memes, and so she showed it to me. Because I remember when I was talking to you guys, I was like, these like memes and stuff, like people getting upset about them is so silly to me. Like, if there's memes, I want to know about them, like about me. I want to laugh too.
Oh, she's a lover scorn. That's right. That's how Cappy told you about it. About your meme this morning with Will. That's so funny. Oh my God. I don't know. It was, but yeah, like I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. If I really wanted to, like, just base like wanted to make like tons of like viewers, I would have been covering this fucking shit every moment of every day for the last year. I have spent months away from it for a reason. And like I said last night, and it's like I even told Michael, the only fucking reason I even got back into this shit is because when I saw, like, they took a big shot because sending me that, what if I didn't care enough, or what if I didn't see it? Like, were they paying enough attention to me to know that I would catch that and be like, wait a minute, what's going on? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that was pretty, like, because I've basically said, I don't give a fuck, like, and moved on from a lot of the drama because I don't care. But I don't know. They were hoping I would catch it.
Yeah. And like, I don't know.
You were meant to seem as if you were embarrassed by him. And he's bugged out, and his bugged out eyes in that pic.
Huh?
That's what Heather said about the meme.
In the meme I made?
The meme she made of you in the glare.
Oh, okay.
Man, Cappy, where you be? Where you be?
I'm in the meme lab right now over in Vietnam. Over in Vietnam at the call center. Like,
shit.
Oh my God. That's so funny.
Oh man, I have the hiccups. I have to go pee.
Okay,
somebody should come up here and entertain you while I'm gone. Because
I
can't
hold your wee.
Yeah, don't hold it. Oh, listen to Elisa. I wonder how KC feels that she was so involved in all this, but now she is somehow the same position, only not as deep. Yet anyways, the irony. What the fuck? She's the one running around causing a fucking shitstorm of fucking social media over this kid being kidnapped by 3 people, and get your guns and make sure you shoot them if on sight or whatever bullshit she was fucking spewing when it first happened.
Women with guns. If we have to shoot to save the children, we will.
Oh, well, she's not as bad as that chick, but I was talking about KC when she was talking about Michael took Sophie and they're armed and dangerous. Do you know she even made the point of saying that in the let me step back a second. Is it in the Mandamus during the May 20th hearing that she talks about them being armed, or was that in a post she did in the Finding Sophie group? I don't remember.
I can't remember, but she's super dramatic, just like about the breastfeeding thing. Like, they were trying to pump my baby full of drugs with drug tainted breast milk. Where the fuck did you get that?
Yeah, I don't know. I'd be back. You have Savage.
Hey, Savage.
What's up, Boo? What are we talking about? Breast milk, tainted breast milk. What's happening?
Yeah, okay, so you've been busy lately. You haven't been around. So, okay. So, Callie, there was a screenshot that surfaced about Alyssa saying that something about, like, Courtney said Michael couldn't visit with Phoenix because he was still taking breast milk, like, once a day or something.
Mm-hmm.
And so she was trying to, like, and this is according to Alyssa, was trying to use that to say, like, he can't come visit you without me there. And, like, I don't know why she couldn't pump or whatever. I think it was more about, like, not so much about milk, but more about the comfort or something. Anyways, so then Alyssa says, even though my children are, like, 6 or whatever, I have this condition, and she named it, that I still produce breast milk and I could breastfeed or something like that. Like,
oh, I would fuck a bitch up. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
She was totally joking, though. She even said it after.
No, she wasn't. No, she wasn't. Oh, she was not joking. I was in that group chat.
Totally joking.
No.
Oh, I don't know.
At least I don't think so, because the way that it's okay, like, I understand that text can be misconstrued, but if you read that paragraph, it's like, it's not a fucking, like, it doesn't translate as a joke, Alyssa. I'm sorry. It just doesn't.
Okay, well, let's assume that she's not fucking super mental crazy and that it was a joke. So then what happened?
She removed it as quick as she said it in the chat, and then anyways, so someone grabbed it, of course, and it started circulating the other day, and Callie, I think it was circulated around, like, Tim Foxworth's group, and it made its rounds, right? And so Callie presented it, and she was standing up for Courtney and shit. Huh?
I thought she said it in a chat with with Ashley in Georgia.
Yeah, I was in that chat too. It was with 7 of us. And anyways, so then Callie, gets the screenshot.
Ask her and be like, "Dude, was that joke or what?" I don't
No.
know.
Everybody was like, "Whoa!"
Savage in me would be like, "Bitch,
whoa!"
Like, I don't know how you
literally.
People were like, "Whoa, yeah, what the hell?"
No, it's definitely okay to, like, nurse other people's kids. People do it as long as both parents consent and there's a reason for it, or whatever. But there's definitely no way that there would be any sort of consent in this situation. So she's fucking crazy. If she was not.
Well, no, because she was saying that if they came over, she could do it if that was the problem. I guess.
Yeah, no,
but,
you don't do that. I would not want my
child
I
agree.
doing that with some woman I don't
it.
know. I don't know if she's on drugs, if she's on medications or anything else. Hell no. She's lost her fucking mind. No.
So then after it was spread around, and Callie addressed it in a live stream, like, standing up for Courtney, like, no matter what you think of Courtney, this is horrible, and blah, blah, blah. And then she said they were trying to give Courtney's baby drug and, breast milk tampered with drugs. And then I was like, is Callie fucking lying and saying this, or is Courtney? Because I know that was not fucking the case. Like, she said nothing about drugs, and, like...
No, but are you sure she didn't mean that it could be? I mean, if Alyssa... Nobody knows if Alyssa's doing drugs or on medication. It transfers the breast milk, so is that what she meant by it?
Well, no. Then I saw Courtney's post about it, like, they're trying to give drug breast milk to my baby.
Oh Lord Jesus.
Yeah.
Hysterical person. I think she's histrionic.
I mean, no.
Yeah.
First of all, that baby doesn't matter. First, she doesn't even have a little baby, right? She's got a toddler, and the toddler is not going to latch onto some fucking crazy woman he doesn't know, anyways. If you do it for comfort, you do it for your mom. You know, with your mom for comfort.
Right.
What? I thought that bitch had kids. Does she not know this stuff? That's just very strange to me. How do you not
I
know?
mean, like if she was really joking, that was a super awkward, weird joke, and I just didn't see it as a joke, like at all. Like I don't know.
I'm just gonna say she was joking because that's the weirdest shit I've heard probably in a very long time. So I'm just gonna say we're just a really fucking bad joke.
Yeah, dude. Like let's pretend, because I'm seriously like. But yeah, I was like, no matter what you think of Alyssa, she didn't say she wanted to get the baby on drugs. Like, no one said that. There's no need for like adding extras like that.
No,
Like,
but I don't know. I don't look at it as adding extras. You know, for me, it's like that would be my first thought. First of all, there's been talk about Michael knows what's up with the hair follicle test and how all that stuff happened back in the day. And everybody
right.
has their theories. People have said that Alyssa has done drugs or is on drugs or whatever the case may be. It transfers to breast milk. So it's, potato. If you're going to be nursing somebody's child and you are on medication or you are doing drugs, that transfers into the breast milk. And essentially that's what you're doing.
Well, if it was my child, maybe I would say the same thing then. I don't know. Now that you said it like that, like, okay, I just broke up with this dude and he's with this new chick and I think she's on drugs and she wants to breastfeed my child.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Then
absolutely. That's
I
drugs.
might just go ahead and say the same shit.
Yeah. I mean,
Like,
it's essentially what it is in a roundabout way,
right.
I mean, it's not like they're pumping breast milk out of her tit, or is she self-expressing? How much damn breast milk does she think she? Okay,
Well,
anyway.
for the love of God, I don't think Courtney's like sober. Like, I just don't. But
I mean,
either
honestly,
way,
I probably couldn't be after dealing with Michael. I'd probably be a fucking drunk. I'm just saying.
oh my God, it's so true. Um, but yeah, like I don't think she's sober, but still, it's her kid, and that's her duty to breastfeed him. Like I don't like, yeah, no,
No, and like I said, it can be common, not necessarily so much in the United States, but in other places, for moms to nurse each other's children.
right,
That's what people do. But not to allow somebody that you're not on good terms with, you don't have a good relationship, to nurse your child when you're, like in this contentious divorce and situation, and she's the other woman and all this other crazy stuff. That's the last person you want nursing your child.
right. Hold on one second. I get my charger. Hold on.
Paige, I thought you were just going pee. Are you dropping deuces now instead? Where are you at? This live is about as quiet as Will's was earlier. We're just gonna sit in silence. I have nobody to talk to. Is anybody there? Anybody listening? You hear this? It's a wonderful sound. You still produce breast milk and you want to feed it to somebody's kid that you... Man, that's gotta be a joke. I don't think people are really that stupid. I guess they could be. People in this case are, so it would make sense. Interesting. I wish a bitch would.
Uh-oh.
Oh, yay! Who's there?
But there's somebody else here. Hold on.
Oh, good. I
You're not gonna like it. What's up?
What?
Oh, that's me.
What? What is happening?
Never mind. Nothing. I thought the glare was trying to come on my live, but it's actually my screen because I left the share screen thing on.
You fucking idiot. I got excited for nothing.
Me too. I was like, oh my god, he's gonna make Savage so mad, and then she's gonna ask him about why she was blocked, and then it's not even him.
Oh my god.
Because it was zoomed in or something. I don't know. I just saw his head.
Oh my god. Are you drinking?
No, I'm just blonde.
Good lord.
Just blonde. I came out and was smoking, and then I was doing some other things. I'm like, I better get and see what they're talking about.
Yeah, you probably should, because I was left alone, unattended. What? You might want to go back and listen.
Are you serious? Like, Cappy's not even talking to you?
She wasn't, so I was here entertaining myself. Like, there's like 2 people in chat, but they were quiet as fuck. It got really boring. I almost started crying.
Oh my god. Well, maybe we should end this shit if people are bored. I want to, like, stay live just to stay live.
Well, they're probably bored because I was the only one up here.
Yeah, nah, they weren't really interacting before either, and everybody's over listening to the 18th part of the deposition, but I don't even think it's the deposition. He's playing clips, so I'm confused.
Sam, don't do that.
How appropriate.
I know, right?
I don't want to go there. I don't like going to people's chats when I can't say what I want to say.
I can go over there and just, like, tag him a million times and say, I thought you were going to unblock these people.
He won't do it. He won't do it. He got excuses for days. He'll just come over here.
Like, oh, no. I don't even think he knows about this channel. That's why I was shocked when I thought I saw him on there, but it wasn't. It's my blondness.
Wait, what? I was listening to Savage. What the fuck? The fuckery. What?
I don't know. Huh?
I don't know. I did something?
You did something.
Sounds bad.
Cappy got on to yell at her kids, and then she disappeared again. Well, I think I'm probably just going to end this shit because now I'm bored.
Wow. That's so sad.
I know. It's kind of like, I know.
I thought Heather had some memes, no?
Nah, nothing like, no, I showed those already. So I don't know.
I
it's
have
kind of like
one question.
Yes.
But it's not about the long case.
That's okay.
Okay.
Doesn't have to be.
So what's regarding Critical K actually? What is, I think the live she was doing earlier, or I think it was in her Patreon or something like that. Anyways, I think it has to do with Watts or whatever. Why is that case still talked about like so much? Isn't it over? Like he killed his kids and his wife, he's in jail and bye? Or am I missing something?
I don't know why she's still talking about it because I've never followed it. So I don't know. Like I have no clue at all. What the fuck is going on with that? Like I wish I had some idea, but I don't. Actually, I'm glad I don't have an idea because it's like I don't get the appeal to it when it's already done and over with. Like what more could you talk about the case?
Well, that's why I didn't understand. Like it seems there's like
a whole community of people that still talk about it every day.
Well, that's the thing is every time I look, I'm sub to her, and so I see like any updates or lives or even on community posts or whatever, and a lot of it is about the Watts case or somebody related to that, you know, like a friend or a family member or something. I don't know. I barely
Maybe
pay
because
attention.
she isn't getting sued for slander for them. That's I don't know.
Well, I know, but there's a lot going on in the Long case right now, so I'm surprised that she's not.
When she does, she did yell at me. Apparently, no, I didn't see it. She did yell at me. Apparently, for having the mandamus and saying that Kelly Long's address was in there, which it wasn't. And then she read the mandamus when she got a copy and told everybody her opinion. But that was okay. And then I get the deposition and do the opinion part, and then I'm yelled at for not sharing it. So I can't win.
Yeah. I know was it the Sophie Long is missing updates or some shit? There's some group on Facebook, and people were in there talking about it. And like, oh, they're just sharing, you know, of course, the deposition, which I don't think they know what a deposition is, because they were saying, oh, it's all Michael's side. I'm like, no, deposition actually isn't really that. You know, he could be
they don't know,
his
and they
side,
thought I was picking pieces. I'm like, what piece do you want me to pick? It's like just questions about Kelly. Like, that's why I was like, I knew the Glare was reading it, so it was like, you know, go over there and listen to it. I know half of you hate watch them, so go, you know, like, go fucking do that, you know.
Well, whatever that group is, they keep tagging or posting all of the YouTube up, you know, stuff from Will and not from you. And I was like, well, I watched it on Crime Stalker. and then somebody said something about like, well, Crime Stalker and Will only share Michael's side and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, false. I said Crime Stalker shared it, discussed it a little bit. And, you know, it was the first time we really got to hear anything from Kelly's side. And, you know, I said, I'll be waiting for Crime Stalker to share Michael's deposition when it comes in.
We're working on it. I've even reached out to Jamie myself to see if she can get it to me, because I'm just trying to figure out a way to get it. And since it's like impossible to just go to the court or call the court and get it anyway, like, I don't know. They're making it difficult. But what I do know is that Courtney's got a whole shitload of things that she had her on her own drive when they were collecting all the stuff, because, you know, she was doing all the research and recording all the things, and she won't give it to him at all. And so that poses the next question I would have for her is, if you're really because like what I didn't like is, like I said, she swore up and down, this is accurate. Sophie's been essayed. I know this little girl, has been. She's got her story true. She leaves Michael. She goes to court. She says she hasn't been essayed. I don't know anymore. I think you coached her. And then a few weeks later, back online, she's been essayed, blah, blah. So first you change your mind based on who your audience is. Shady as fuck. Then you won't give anybody your information, the information that you say that would help the case, but you don't want him to have it. Well, what? Like, it's just all stupid. Like, she's just crazy.
Well, she's always going to do what benefits her.
You know? Absolutely.
Which it is true. You know, I think that if she had the deposition, it would have been out long before Kelly's was.
No, I don't think so. Because she swears that, I don't think so, because I think at the end of the day, she wants to use whatever she can for herself. And I don't think that would help her either way. So
the only thing I can say about the deposition not helping her is if Michael, the answer to a lot of his questions are relating to Courtney. Well, when my wife took her, when Courtney took her,
it probably is, because
then that's going to be an issue.
Yes, that's why it's not being released.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, it's got to be, because that's a lot of those questions will be, well, Courtney was the first one that heard the outcry, and yes, I heard it after, and that's going to be a lot. She's probably mentioned in there quite a bit, but she made a statement on Finding Sophie, I think. It says, well, I don't know why he's saying he doesn't have it. Is it because he seems so bad? I mean, she says he sounds so bad, but the thing she mentions is not that something he said about himself. It was, he couldn't even say we were married. And I'm like, well, if he did the deposition after you guys separated, then maybe that's why.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know, or going through whatever. But yeah, so she was in communication because they shared an email, And so she was getting all the stuff to that email. So it was getting sent to that email and she was getting it. And so who knows? Like, and then he had
How
to create a new
funny.
email.
Like,
Yeah.
how crazy though. You're off like doing all this dirty work just so he can cheat behind your back. That's got to be fucking humiliating.
I mean, I don't know. She's maintaining that he's cheating. They're maintaining that she already left, and that was her plan to leave from the get because she had a blowout with Sophie, and she was the whole thing was draining on them and her, and she didn't think it was good for Phoenix. And so I don't know. I've heard several different versions of the same story.
Yeah.
Even her version is different every time she tells it. So I don't know.
No doubt, though, any dude that's up all hours of the night talking to people on the internet about a case when like 98% of them were female is probably up to no good at the end of the day. That's my opinion about it. I mean, if you're not in bed next to your wife, like, and you're up all hours of the night talking to women about this case, quote unquote.
Yeah. I mean, my understanding is that she was up all hours too. I mean, that's other people that have said that when she was there, she was. But even though she swears she wasn't, you know.
I'm sure she wasn't. I mean, maybe not every night. It seems like Michael's the one who didn't sleep, but you know, I'm sure there were times that she was probably up for sure, especially after when like events may have been happening, like the hotel night and different things like that. I'm sure she was.
Yeah, I don't know. What's up, Allie?
Can you hear me now?
I can.
What the fuck? I was up like up and down a bunch of times before and nobody could hear me. I was like, what is going on right now? I just gave up.
Oh, is he going to play the 911 calls? Really? Like, I don't even know if we really want to, like.
Now anything I was going to say, it's all over and done with.
Resurrected.
Okay. Kathy got boring and started memeing and won't even, she's just on panel sitting here. I feel like she thinks this is just a face.
She's not here. She's in Vietnam. She's in her.
Well, that was me. Room. That was Vic and I last night. We both fell asleep on panel. So.
I know, that was funny. God. And you know, I put a hashtag. Go on.
I kept thinking last night, I was like laying here listening and I'd like fall asleep and then I'd be like and like wake myself up and then I'm like I should really just hit the X and hop down, and then I was like no, I was so tired and lazy. I was like no, because they're gonna be like, why did she jump down? And I don't want to have to unmute and tell them, guys, I'm gonna go into the chat and watch it because I'm tired. It just took so much energy. I'm like literally playing all this in my head and I'm like, no, just go back to sleep.
You put more thought in your head than it would have actually effort to do anything.
Probably, but I would have had to move in order to get to my phone. So I was like, fuck it, they'll figure it out.
So when she fell asleep, and then after the glare was on for about 10, 15 minutes, I'm like, fuck it. So I booted her. And then in one of my hashtags says, Savage, I booted you because I love you. Because I was like, I don't want to, because I could hear her the next day. You left me up there sleeping with him on panel the entire time.
Literally, I slept with the glare and you just let it happen. What kind of friend are you?
I knew. I could hear it. I could hear it in my head. I was like, oh, fuck.
Let the rumors
and when everybody in the chat was like, she's going to be so mad. It was so funny.
Oh, shit. That shit was funny.
It's because he got me drunk. Didn't you see the picture that Cappy took of us?
Yeah.
Got me all drunk, and then I ended up sleeping with him last night.
Yeah, it happens every time. That's how they get it. That's how they get you.
That wine, it'll get you every time.
Well, that oak leaf, man.
Oak leaf, baby. Oak leaf.
See, that gas station wine be fucking you up, man.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing better than some Arco wine.
Oh, the walk of shame.
Yep. I walked out with my shoes in my hand.
Yep.
Unfortunate.
Oh, Kathy resurrects herself.
I do.
Yeah, like you've been like hanging out on my live for like 3 hours, just not talking.
No, I have not.
It's been a while. Then you came on and yelled at your kids, and then you just muted again. And I was like, "What the fuck was that?"
Can I see my name again? Can I see my name again?
No, I was yelling at my cat, and he was stepping on my keyboard and unmuted me.
Is your cat's name Sam?
Yep, it sure is.
Oh, there you go. I didn't even hear.
Yes,
I
Sam.
heard her when you said she was yelling at her kids. I heard her was like, "Sam, get down from there." Or something.
Yep, I call him Sam, Samurai, Samo. Yep, my big fat cat gets up on my dresser where my laptop is and walks all over the motherfucker when he could walk around very easily.
That's really gangster, like Sam Capone. Sam.
What nightmares are made of.
Oh,
I
so
love
cute.
it.
This was right before
Fucking
the walk
love
of
it.
shame.
Savage looks all like seductive and everything. It was just hilarious.
All pretty and shit,
Literally,
and
5
he's
minutes later, walk of shame.
5 minutes later, I had on like one eyelash. I had some mascara. Lip
Well, the
liner
D
with
took
no
about
lipstick.
30 seconds, and then it was about
Now I
four,
see
4
I
minutes to
see
put
a
the clothes
meme of
back
Savage
on.
and mascara coming out of a hotel room.
Oh yes, baby. Oh yes.
Yes, with my eyelashes flopping around, and yeah, totally.
Your extensions like half coming out because you got in a fight last night.
Yep, that's exactly it. I drank too much of the gas station wine, and my mouth got a little smart.
That's all it takes. I thought it was just normal.
It actually is, believe it or not. But yeah,
My favorite. Well, I remember the first time I got introduced to Vic talking because she was in the chat with us when the whole Callie was trying to say she got doxxed by Queen Bee, and then she left for some reason. And she so I didn't even hear her talk. I didn't know where she came from. I didn't know who she was. And then the next thing I know, she's on Chrissy's panel telling fucking TG2 to show her busted face.
oh my god, and she's pretty, so now it's like not even funny anymore. It's only funny if she's actually ugly.
Why didn't she ever show her face then if she's so pretty?
Because she was a hoe and she didn't want her. Oh, I
What
thought
is-
it was. Oh, never mind. Ignore what I just said.
He says it's because she's hiding her identity. I don't know the truth. What is it?
That's funny.
Oh,
You
I
got
thought it
food.
was.
It's right there.
I don't know. Maybe we can see her while you're here. She only lives like 30 minutes from me.
Oh God, I'm definitely not going anywhere near that crazy bitch.
I'm sure she's probably over on 82nd and Division. We could probably holler out the window when we pass by.
I bet you she lives really close to my friends because they live in the same town. I mean, I know Beaverton.
That sounds like such a funny intersection, like Division, and like it would be even better for 86th Street. Like you're 86th, you know what I mean?
Right,
Like
you're 86 off the divide.
86th and Division. That's fucking awesome. Oh my god.
Let me see what we got. Chubby butt.
That's funny. I got caught yelling at my cat. I know that's gonna like rumors will fly that I be screaming at my kids on live.
Oh, they're already calling the ASPCA about
I'm sure. She's so rotten to those animals.
I have the number because I always call on Heather, so I gave it to a couple people so they could call.
Oh my gosh. Oh, y'all are funny as hell. TG2 was the one that would come up on panel and yell cunts and stuff, right?
Oh my god,
Yes.
Like she really made an impression on the community, but like left.
She did. She's the one that I've never ever heard or met anybody who talks the way she does. She'll be really calm and she'll talk like this, and then all of a sudden she starts to get louder, and then she'll tell you to faggot.
Yes, exactly. That's exactly how she does it.
Her voice while she does it, it's hilarious.
Fucking cunts.
And then when she's done, she's like, bye
bye. Bye bye.
Yeah.
She's like,
the strangest shit. I hope nobody was sleeping.
Hilarious.
But yeah, it's just the weirdest shit. Like, it just goes higher and higher and higher and higher, and then bam, and then all of a sudden quiet, and she hangs up, and then she's gone. Like, okay. And then remember, who was it? Somebody was really concerned about her, and we're like, no, she's always like that. And we're like, oh, are you sure? Okay. But they were like felt genuinely like she just lost her fucking mind and needed help, like stat. We're like, no, she's always like,
like every time.
You really do see some shit on YouTube.
Yeah, that's for sure. That is for sure.
You know
There's a
what
lot
didn't
of
get talked
interesting
about
people.
last night or today that I thought was going to get talked about, especially when it got brought up about the pee-pee guy. And that's the reason you fell out with Lisa, which I thought was weird. But anyway,
the pee-pee guy.
Yeah, the guy who wiggled his
showed,
meaning
who
on.
flashed.
Yeah, on Queen's Life.
Wasn't that somebody's husband?
That's no, we don't know who it was. I think that was the sentiment in the beginning, but no.
Oh.
But anyway, I said on, don't know if it was last night's live or the night before, the other night, but I said, that's it. I'm making the hit. I'm like, pee-pee guy, if you're out there, go flash Callie. And she didn't even talk about it, so I thought for sure that.
Oh, yeah.
I thought for sure that'd been something she was going to say, but no, she totally missed it.
I was like, there goes Predatorial Page again.
Mm-hmm.
Predatorial Page.
Predatorial.
That is right.
Hashtag Predatorial.
She told that story completely wrong. She was like, yeah, just because I can't talk like her, just because some guy came on the panel and showed his little thing, they all got mad and fell out with her. Actually, it was the opposite. Actually, Christina got mad at Queen because the guy came on and she thought Queen like set it up or whatever, right?
He spoofed her account.
Kind of.
But she thought Queen had something to do with it.
No, Queen got mad and said, I don't know what the fuck you're doing, because she didn't know Lisa.
Yeah, she didn't know. It was like one of her first live streams, and she didn't know people did that. And I wasn't on panel to be like, hey, someone spoof him. I had just got off, and Nana was up there, and when I was watching, and I knew what happened right away. I was just like, oh shit, he fucking spoofed fucking homegirl. And then so she was getting into it. She's like, girl, she's like, oh no, she wasn't saying girl.
Why you come up on my live and try to get your husband to do some shit? Like, Queen got mad.
She was like, fool. She
thought
she didn't think it was Christina at first. She was like, motherfucker, you've been sitting in here laughing it up with us for 2 hours, you pervert. And Christina was in the chat like, fuck you, fuck this. I'm not that. That's not me. And then finally she said, I'm going to tell Lisa and you're going to get kicked out of you know where. And we're like, what?
No, I thought that was Lisa. That was Lisa's Karma is a bitch or whatever it was.
Well, that was Christina Smith's account. No, that was Christina Smith. So when we saw that, we Queen had already stopped in her tracks and stopped yelling. And then I had gotten on panel and I'm like, yeah, that guy spoofed the account. And then, okay, so we're trying to walk it back like, oh, hey, she thought you were this guy showing his dick on the live stream. Sorry. And she was still mad. Like, she just wouldn't let it go. But I kind of felt like it was an excuse because she already didn't like Queen, kind of. Yeah. And maybe. She was just like, you know what? I'm just going to run with this one. Fuck you. I wanted you out of Grace Under Fire anyway because we were in that group with Lisa. And she didn't want us in there because she didn't like cussing and we cussed. So.
What?
Yeah, it was real.
Cussing. That's fucking
boring. Right? How fucking boring. But no, like there was no profanity allowed. It was like kind of like a well-to-do, little group on Facebook.
Oh, so they were trying to make you believe that Kelly's friends were all sweet and innocent.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. No profanity? Like, give me a break.
Yeah, watch the foul language, ladies. Basically.
Well, then
that would have been kicked out.
Chat.
5 seconds.
That's what I'm saying. Like, why would she hang out with us if she didn't like us? Like, maybe she was hanging out to look for a reason to get mad. I don't know. Because Lisa... Lisa was like always finding herself standing up for me, I guess, this according to her.
And this is Lisa who?
Sadowski, Kelly's friend.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They kicked Allie out like 4 times for no reason. That's how me and Allie met. Allie was like, they kicked me out and they told me that people were uncomfortable with me. Were you one of those people, Cappy? And I was like, no. And then we started talking. And that's when we became friends.
I'm sorry that you had to become a friend. She's crazy.
I know, right? She's a nut job. She makes me super uncomfortable. I just lied to her.
I just remembered that Queen kept apologizing so much because Nana was in there and everybody was so worried about the grandma seeing a dick. That's the part I remember most about.
I remember Nana like, oh,
and then she started talking
She was
about
just
like,
laughing uncontrollably, like she didn't even
And then
know what
I
to
sent
say.
it to my entire mod chat. So like everybody's like, why did we wake up to this?
Yeah, because then it was, oh, anybody know who this person is?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Oh
nobody's
yeah,
looking at
the
his
rumors were
face.
flying.
But yeah, so Christina was the one that got mad, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Because it was her account that got spoofed. And then Christina got pissed at Queen because she thought Queen had something to do with it, like that was planned or something, or
Right.
whatever.
Even after, like, okay, like I get up there and I'm like, hey, he trolled you guys, and I kind of explain what happened and how like it's common on live streams, people do that shit. Queen was like, oh, I'm sorry, I thought you were that person, like he tried to fuck us over, and like he tried, I'm sorry, or whatever. And she was not having it. She was fucking livid. She was like, you fucking girls are fucking nasty, da 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 da. Like she literally thought we did that to her on purpose or something.
Yeah. So when Callie explained the story today, she was like thinking that you and Queen and like everybody on the panel was mad at Christina and Lisa, and that was the reason for the falling out. But first of all, that had nothing to do with the falling out.
It was way
Second
before
of all,
the falling out.
it was
Right.
completely the opposite. Christina was mad at Queen because she thought Queen had something to do with this guy coming on and spoofing her account, when Queen's like, I had nothing to do with it. Like they literally just picked somebody in the chat, a screen name in the chat. They came up on panel with the same screen name, and that was that. That's what happened.
And I was still friends with Lisa for a couple more months. So that's a lie right there.
Yeah.
So why don't you?
Well, she
talk to
knows
Lisa
that
anymore?
what happened. I just don't know why she can't. I think it all blurs together in her head.
I don't think she does, because she was off. Like, remember when she took her like 2-week hiatus or whatever, when people say she was in a mental institution or whatever, but really she was like,
or was it the blood clot in the lung?
Yeah, she had a blood clot in the lungs and she was out sick, and that's when all the stuff happened where Queen got the anonymous email, and then there was like found out that Lisa and Christina were doxing everybody, and they were in all these group chats like talking shit about everybody, and they weren't the people who everybody thought they were, and the truth about them came out basically. And all of the Caratina stuff happened because Christina was completely being somebody, like portraying herself as somebody completely different and making us all think that, she was this good person and she wasn't, and all this stuff.
So how does Lisa know her?
Just through YouTube.
And
yeah, we were thinking they knew each other, but they didn't.
Just through like the long hoax or whatever, like they met in a group and said we should start our own group in support of Kelly, and so that's how it started. But then
wasn't Danielle in that group too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there a support group for Kelly? Like one
there
just
was.
specifically
there
for
was.
her now?
There was. It was called Grace Under Fire. And because of the whole fallout, it got all shut down. So then what happened was it came out that Lisa and Christina were like doxing everybody in the group. And by doxing, it was like, some people are like, no, that's not doxing, whatever. So they were basically looking everybody up, looking into their family, and then they started making comments like, we don't want any people who are recovering addicts to be supporters of Kelly. It doesn't make Kelly look good if she has quote unquote druggies as her supporters. So they would like kick anybody that they found out that had like
criminal records and shit like that.
They would kick them out of the group because it wasn't a good look for Kelly supporters. And that was another one of the reasons why Christina got so mad at Queen, because she didn't feel like this guy on panel was a good look. But like, how were you supposed to control that? Like, Queen didn't do it on purpose, like she had no control over that.
It's really weird. So Danielle was in there with Lisa. These people are And Danielle's Kelly's sister, and they're running around acting like this, and it's just like that's not the good look right there.
Not exactly. Like
Well, that's what I said to
nothing to do
Callie
with the
tonight.
case. We don't know the people. Lisa and Danielle do know the people. They do have something to do with the case. So we don't have any impact on it. They do. But then Callie came back and she wanted to get all like updated on all of the gossip and what's been going on.
Mm-hmm.
So then Ashley and a bunch of people pulled her into a StreamYard and said, hey, here's the update. Here's what happened. And that's when Callie decided to turn on Queen and say, I don't agree with Queen. I think she's a terrible person, blah, 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 blah. Based on, I don't know who told her what. Somebody obviously got in her ear and said some bad, like some lies, I'm sure. I don't know. But that's when she decided that she was going to turn on Queen and make her out to be this terrible person.
Callie's, like, I think part of Callie's whole, like, crazy ideas, I think half of that she makes up on her own.
Well, we were like
right
up all late that night, and like the things that like Queen Bee had said that she's not proud of that were like pretty mean. She's like, yeah, I'm not proud of myself, but I was just really like on defense mode. You know what I mean? People were coming at me, and she was like, oh, those things you said were hilarious. I thought they were so funny. And she started repeating them back and like laughing her fucking ass off, dude. And then the next day she's like, those disgusting things that Queen Bee said. And I'm just like, oh my God. Okay, this is the chick that's going to put a kid's face on a t-shirt and sell it to everybody. And, you know, uses kids' pictures on like, you know, nooses and stuff like that. Okay, buddy. Whatever.
Right. Right.
You know, and the shit today just got so blown out of proportion. Like, I was joking about the glass toilet. That's all that there was, except for the fact that I called her out for lying about you jumping on panel. And somehow, me calling her out for being a liar got totally bypassed. And there was a whole bunch of distraction created by this whole glass toilet bullshit.
It's funny because somebody who commented on her video with remarks of, these people are ridiculous, cloning accounts and harassing people. They need to stop that, on the video of her talking about me, okay? So who do you think, I mean, what obvious person do you think they were talking about? They were talking about me, right? Like, you're commenting on a video about me, so, and you're saying these people need to stop cloning accounts and all that. So you're obviously believing that that was me, okay? So I reached out, I'm like, do you really believe that was me? Just so you know, that wasn't. Obviously my account got cloned. This person sends me the screenshot that Morgan sent us, the screenshot that, you know, shows my profile picture and my name.
You should have sent her the one I made for you.
Yeah. Oh, don't worry, I did. Don't worry. So she sends me that, and she's like, see, you know, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, okay. So are you saying that that's proof? That's proof that I was on panel? She's like, well, what else, you know, was there another explanation? I'm like, well, somebody could have spoofed my account. And she's like, well, why would they do that? Da, 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 da. So then I sent her the screenshot of Callie on your panel last night as Michael. And she's like, well, obviously somebody, you know, spoofed her account. I'm like, oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
The same proof that you used to show me that I was lying about going on her panel, I turned around and sent that same screenshot to you. But suddenly it's a fake account. Okay, I'm done.
Right. Funny how shit works.
Yeah, funny how that works. Yeah, that person was in everybody's inbox tonight trying to start shit. It was ridiculous. For no reason. Just going into different people's inboxes and being like, oh, so-and-so was talking about this, and oh, what about this, and this, and this. And it's like, why are you doing that? Seriously. You need entertainment or something?
Oh,
Who are you talking about, Allie? I don't even know what you're talking about. Who are you talking about?
The same person who I called out for trying to spoof accounts to make it look like it was me.
Oh, so she was in everybody's inbox?
I said, why are you in people's inboxes telling them lies about me? You just got in somebody's inbox and said that I'm messaging you, asking you about things that I never asked you about. oh, that's not how the conversation went. That's a lie. I'm like, well, they told me the exact conversation. So, well, no, you had to read what was before that. It was taken out of context. I'm like, okay, so what was the context? So explain it to me. And then change the subject. Okay, so I let it go, right? I'm all right, I'm letting it go. I let it go. Well, then it happened again. So I reached out again and said, why are you in somebody's inbox again saying that I'm messaging you when I'm not messaging you? And she blocked
Well,
me.
you are at that moment.
No, about something specific. She said that I was in her inbox messaging her about a certain topic, that I was never
Good.
in her inbox messaging her about that specific topic. And she just told me it was taken out of context. That's not what happened. They're lying, all this stuff. And so then I let it go, and then it happened again. So I got in her inbox again, and she blocked me. Funny how when you call people out for telling lies, they, instead of fessing up to the lies, they just block you.
Wait, so you mean, is this the same person who owns their shit?
No.
No?
No, it's the person who.
Oh man, my phone's fucking up. I can't hear you. All right, I'm back. What were you saying?
It's the person who created a fake account, and they told everybody that it was my fake account. And they were telling people, like, people in wheelchairs to go turn off their brakes and push them into a pool.
Oh.
And they were saying that that was my fake account, and it
Oh
wasn't.
shit! It was that person. That's weird.
Yeah.
I thought you
I
meant
know.
the person who spoofed you
I don't like
on
the drama. I stay out of the drama, all of that. She was in people's inboxes saying, yeah, Allie just messaged me and asked me about this. And I never messaged her and asked her about that. I didn't at all. So then I asked her, I was like, why are you in somebody's inbox saying I messaged you and asked you about something? And she's like, that's not what was said. I'm like, well, it was, because this is exactly what was said. She's like, oh, that was taken out of context. Like, well, what was the context then? Tell me, explain it to me. And then she didn't. She moved on to a different topic. So I moved on, and then it happened again. So I called her out again, and she blocked me.
Crazy.
She's like, I hate being the middleman. That's what she told me. I was like, yeah, I hate it too. That's why I'm going straight to you and asking you specifically, why are you saying this? So that I don't need to have the middleman. I can just go straight to you and ask you. That's exactly what I do. I'm not gonna go through other people. I'm gonna go straight to you and ask you.
It looks like Savage has 2 pairs of feet.
2 pairs of feet?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Look at the screen.
What? Oh.
So does Allie, but they're crooked.
They just don't have my cankles. Naughty Audie's trying to figure out who you guys are talking about.
We'll have to message her.
Well, I mean, most people should know the person who I'm talking about, because I made a video about it.
I need to send Naughty Audie some eggs.
Oh, I know who you're talking about now. Okay.
Yeah, and then I got told it was somebody else who did it, but then somebody told me that she confessed to them that it really was her, and she didn't want anybody to find out. She didn't want to admit to it and say it was her, because she's trying to be a better person. She's trying to turn her life around and change her ways and be a better person. And so she wants to, like, start off on a new foot, like on a good page or whatever. So she wants to just put that all behind her and start fresh and be this great person. So
that's very strange.
So I was like, all right, cool, you know, whatever. You know, you did something, whatever, you regret it, you're going to be this new person. All right, let's do it. But after, in the inbox, like telling lies about people and trying to start. Then she told me lies about other people too. And I reached out to them. I said, she just said this about you. And they're like, that's not true at all. And she was just trying to start lies with everybody. And it was honestly ridiculous. I don't really understand the point of it.
It's super ridiculous.
Maybe the people she surrounded herself with have rubbed off on her.
Oh, definitely. Then she was in Unk's inbox trying to talk to him, telling him things about me. She was in.
Speaking of, where's he at?
Everybody.
Is he not come around here no more?
I think he's sick or he's not feeling good. I'm not sure. I was giving the person the benefit of the doubt. You know, I had proof that she really was behind the Carmen account, and I was just gonna let it go, let it slide. But after the night, and it's funny because in the chat today, she made a comment. She was like, I hate the people who are going in between chats, and they're the ones like trying to start shit between the two groups. They're the ones that are at fault here, or something like that. Like,
yeah, I saw that.
What was that about? Were you like speaking specifically of yourself? Because it's exactly what you did tonight.
I know.
It was also funny that somebody that Callie absolutely hates, one of those people in the community that she hates the most was in her chat under a stock account, and she was putting the person's comments up on the screen and saying she agrees with them, and she was laughing about them and like, oh stuff. I was like, if you only knew who that was.
Did you? Okay, I just sent something that someone just sent me to the group chat. Did you see that? Did you see that?
Where am I looking? In my messenger?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I have no idea what any of that is.
No, I don't either. I'm just wondering if you saw it.
Yeah, I saw it. They're idiots. So I got on a panel. Oh shit! I won't even say it because I think it's too funny just watching them on their wild goose chase. It's more entertaining for me. I'll let it play out a little longer, and then I'll come clean.
Just a little longer.
Yes, because it's way too entertaining for me. I can't let it stop now.
So I noticed that AYB, I could see her comments on Callie's Live, and I was like, did she unblock me? But I wonder if she made a second account because other people said that they could see her too, that they had blocked her. So I was like, does she have another account she's now commenting with?
Oh, and you can't check it because she hasn't made any comments like on a post or anything, right?
She actually did, look like under that
click
one.
on it.
I gotta go I gotta find the actual stream. I don't know. My brain's not working. Ugh.
Yeah, I just never thought Ashley would be the one to fall for it, but it works too.
It is weird. It's weird.
It was designed for Callie, but yeah.
Oh no, it's hers. That's really strange. I guess she unblocked me so I could see her comments. I don't know. That's weird.
Oh, I didn't know she blocked you.
Yeah, because I didn't block her. She had blocked me, and I could never see her comments. And everybody, when she showed up in Gen X's live, everybody's like, "Oh yeah."
Oh, I thought you were talking about Ashley.
Oh no! I'm talking about AYB. And then all of a sudden, and then, oh, I can't type. And then all of a sudden, like, I see her comments saying Callie's, and I'm like, that's weird. Because it's not like I see her all the time. So I don't even know if she's in the same lives that I'm watching or not. And the only reason I knew she was in Gen X's is because people were saying hello to her. And then that was the last time I think she was in a chat of a live I was watching. And then today I just saw her comments and I'm like, oh, she must have unblocked me because for a reason, obviously, because why block me and then unblock me? So it was weird. Anyway, I think I'm going to end this crap because I'm kind of tired. I think everybody else is tired.
Yeah, I'm kind of tired.
I think you used all your energy for crap earlier.
I think I did.
That first 30 minutes of the live took a toll on you, Cappy.
Yeah, really did.
I think it did. I think I let it all out and I was like, oh, fuck. I'm tired now.
It's not good for long-term anger.
Right? Well, it was only bad about like one thing. And then the rest of it was just like, are you serious? Come on now. Like,
right. True.
So stupid. So annoying.
I know. But
Well, Dad, I was hoping Will was going to come over tonight.
He's still live. Playing the 911 calls right now.
Oh, dear
Yeah,
God.
he's too excited to play all of his new information that he has.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sitting here. I still haven't gone through everything yet.
You should go through your stuff.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm going to do that tomorrow.
Okay, so we'll expect a live tomorrow night with breaking news.
Well, I don't know if there'll be breaking news, but I don't know if it'll be tomorrow night.
Better
But
fake it till you make it.
something between now and Saturday, hopefully.
Okay, fine. Saturday night then.
So you're not unblocked over there yet either, Savage?
Oh,
well,
no.
Well, I haven't found out if I'm blocked or not still, but
well, Allie is, and I am. So the chances
No, I'm not.
of you being...
I thought you said
I
thought you said unblocked. Yeah, I'm still blocked.
Yeah, so Allie is, and I am. So the chances of you being unblocked are very slim.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to go through his whole list and unblock you because he doesn't know who's who.
Can you imagine how long his blacklist is?
oh my God. That's a very long list, I'm sure.
Yeah, he's got to fucking like be scrolling like 80 miles an hour down Excel or some shit. Like,
down Excel.
Oh my God.
Because
that's
literally
so
anybody who just says anything, you don't even have to be mean to the guy or call him a name.
No.
You just have to be like, "Are you sure that it didn't
You know
mean
what's weird though?
XYZ?" And he's like,
blocked.
"What? Block?"
He had me blocked on Real Talk, and I have never been blocked on Crime Stalker. It is so strange. He even yelled at me like a couple weeks ago. And I thought for sure I'd been blocked after that. I'm like, how has he not blocked me? Like in the
because
past?
You don't go over to his live. That's why.
No, but I have maybe 5 times since I've been Crime Stalker.
Like on my regular account, like I was never disrespectful, but like maybe a little smartassery was happening, okay? So the next time I did want to have a discussion with I did want to have a discussion with him, so I put on my big girl pants and acted like an adult and didn't have any smartass undertones and was very respectful, and immediately well, I was actually talking to myself. I didn't know I was blocked. So it took a couple accounts. And then the last account I had, it was a Napton account. Yeah, it was a goner. He didn't like it.
Well, he gets like offended, like I said, like Jeepers Creepers or whatever. It said something, wasn't snarky, wasn't mean, and then at the end of what they said, they kind of had asked a question. No big deal. All of a sudden, he's like, oh, "Hold on, let me go back."
And he said that his channel's an arena for debate, and I'm like, no, it's not.
No, it's not. It's an arena for you better agree with me or you're getting blocked. That's what it is. The fucking blocking arena. Good damn.
Yes,
no.
it is.
There is no debate happening there at all. If he thinks
blocking
he's
arena
on the channel, he's fucking crazy.
Oh my God.
He needs to lay off Oak Leaf if he thinks there's any debating going on his channel. Because you cannot ask a question without triggering his ass. No.
Oh my
He
god.
was actually really good last night, though. He was really receptive. What Kathy was saying.
Because he's on your channel. That's what I'm saying. He comes over to your channel and then he can debate. He goes to his channel and calls it debating. No, it's called agree with me or you're out. So, you know, like there's no debating on his channel. And everybody, the consensus is the same because he'll block you if it's not. So, of course, when he's like, oh, look at my chat.
He didn't block Jeeper, and he just got arguing with Jeeper, so I thought that was weird.
Yeah, but, you know, he'll say people like, you don't see any of this stuff happening in my chat.
Yes!
No,
God.
they're all your fucking followers.
I called him out on that shit last night. He was like, you know, my chat compared to Critical K's chat, they all agree with her, but over in mine, they actually ask for documents and they ask questions. And I'm like, what?
They're licking your asshole. They
right.
do. Yeah. You're right, Will. You're right. Hey, do you happen to have those documents? That is not the same, Will. That is not
oh my god, it's funny though. It's just funny.
It's just so the hypocrisy is so annoying. And then he comes over here where he wants to fucking all of a sudden have conversations with everybody he done blocked. Like, why are you here if you blocked everybody you clearly don't want to hear? So why are you here? Like, you come over here to have fun and then you just go back to your channel and like fake it? Like, I don't understand.
Oh my god, this shit's so funny, dude. Well, last night I guess he broke the cycle, okay, or this morning because
here's what I'll say though. I mean, I see that he doesn't pay attention to the chat as often, and
clearly when he talks
because
on the fucking
5 minutes, for 5 minutes, and then he was on a rant, man.
He was on one for sure. He was going off, and everybody's like putting stop sign emojis and shit. Like, stop. It was so funny, dude.
I got a couple screenshots that were pretty fucking.
That's fucking hilarious.
Meme time.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. And then when he got on, he was laughing. He didn't know what to do. You could tell he was a little embarrassed because he's like smiling. He's like, I don't know what the fuck. Oh shit. Oh, it was pretty funny though, because like you saw the surprise in his face. He's like, "Wait, what?" And he's looking at his phone because somebody finally messaged him, and he's looking at his phone. And he looks up and he looks around, and he's like so confused. And I'm just like, "Oh my god!" He just realized nobody heard whatever brilliant speech he just said for 5 minutes.
The world lost an incredible speech today. It's very unfortunate.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate.
Well, I don't know. It's just annoying though. Like I said, when you want to come over and talk to all the people that you have blocked, it's just you know. And it's not like you're invited over. You actually look and see that it's live and make your way over, and then click the link to come on panel. You know, and then try to act like a certain way that you don't even act like on your own channel. It's just very, very strange. I don't know.
I don't get people, girl. I don't. I know. It's weird. I try to be mean. All right. Allie left. All right, guys, let's go night-night.
Okay.
Don't wake
up time.
Night-night.
All right, good night, you guys. Bye. Thanks for having me up. Bye.
Yes, ma'am. Thanks for coming.